much times it was proven. Watch me go, feeling like it's favorite. Man, I be a pro, but it was David. When I'm feeling low, and I couldn't take it, he said, let me take it.
I feel love and I feel surrounded. So much love that I feel surrounded. When I'm low and feel like I'm drowning, I rely on your love, so please don't take it away.
Don't take it away.
No, don't take it away.
Don't take it away.
No, don't take it away.
If love is like an ocean, I'm drowning. There is no compromise, cause I'm all in. Never felt a love like this before, but I'm falling. I gotta trust you when I don't know what to do. I'll keep my eyes on you, cause Lord, you know the truth. You wrote a letter for me, call it good news. You said you set the top for me, and that's the proof. Real love, unconditional, that's a copy. No stress, I don't have to worry, cause you got me. Life is better when I'm living it for you. There's no thing I would rather do.
I got your love and I feel surrounded.
Good morning to you, everybody. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Why? Because it's morning somewhere. You can't hear me. You can't hear. Who can't you hear? You can't hear anybody? You hear me? Can you hear me now? There you go. That's it there. Hey, everybody. Welcome to that Good Morning Tea here on Glow 93.9 FM, your favorite gospel station. I am Delton, and the person who has no mic is getting himself together in a few seconds. And so we're so happy to be here. Just letting you know that we are here. For those who are locked in on Facebook and YouTube, thank you so much for watching. And those who are on radio, feel free to join us on YouTube and Facebook if you want to see us. I want to type and join the conversation, join the family of DGMT. You also send us a text or a phone call. We can give you those numbers in a few minutes. But keep it locked right here. Sounds in the background. This is a nice one here from E-Man off his album Facades and Personas. Take it away. This one featuring Siobhan Green and Davian Chase out here doing a little rap singing. I like it. Keep it locked. I like it. Keep it locked here. Learn 3.9 FM. That Good Morning Tea.
Times it was proven. Watch me go, feeling like it's favorite. Man, I be a pro, but it was David. When I'm feeling low, and I couldn't take it, he said, let me take it.
I got your love and I feel surrounded. So much love that I feel surrounded. When I'm low and feel like I'm drowning, I rely on your love, so please don't take it away.
Don't take it away.
No, don't take it away.
If love is like an ocean, I'm drowning. There is no compromise, cause I'm all in. Never felt a love like this before, but I'm falling. I gotta trust you when I don't know what to do. I'll keep my eyes on you, cause Lord, you know the truth. You wrote a letter for me, call it good news. You said you set the top for me, and that's the proof. Real love, unconditional.
All right. We're on camera now, so you guys can see us. There we are. We are here. Nice little bop there.
You higher than me.
I like. Oh, sorry. I tried to fix it. I think when I moved, it changed.
That's better.
All right, amen. Welcome everybody. Where are people going? People say they leave. Why they leave?
That's fine. They can go.
They come
Who
back.
cares? Who cares?
Y'all come back, baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. Well, you know that song? Yeah.
No, I do.
Oh.
It's just the fact that you sang it. That's all. That's all.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to DGMT. It's a great Saturday, a great day to be alive.
My
the
goodness.
day Lord has
Grateful.
made, and once God made it, it's a good day.
Good.
It's definitely good. It's a good day.
I love that song.
It's a good
That
song.
used to be my morning song.
Good little Kurt Goss on there. But thank you all for joining us. Those who are on Facebook and YouTube, those on TuneIn Radio, those who are listening in their cars as they are making their Saturday commutes, going to and fro, seeing what store you can devour.
What store you can devour?
Store you can
What a way
devour
to-
on this Saturday.
what
I
a
mean,
way
if
to
you want to know
phrase
that
it.
123, what you doing if you're shopping on a Saturday? If you're not work?
Any number of things. Running errands if you're a parent.
And that
Taking
errand
them to
usually
one
involves
one dance, soccer, basketball, swimming,
Baseball.
party, review classes.
Yeah.
It's really the parents that be up and down in.
It's the parents,
It's the parents that be up and down in.
i.e. me.
Yep.
That's-
Yep.
But thank you guys for tuning in. You ready to get the show started?
Yeah, man.
Let's get the show started, guys. Y'all get your tambourines. We should start doing that. We should bring tambourines for the theme song.
You know I'm ready. You know I'm
I don't think
ready.
tambourines fit though.
We've got that.
Hey.
Good morning tea with brother Delton and V. Vera Aqua are the faces you see. Impactful, insightful,
give me
delightful
that
by far. Delton's signature laugh and Vera's kiki ha ha.
Good morning.
Sip that tea.
Good morning.
Sip that tea.
Good morning.
Sip that tea.
Good morning. Sip that
We start off with the popular and shift the topic to the strange. You better come in fast, cause the topic's gonna strain. Faithful are the follows that sip it on the tea. From wars to memes to governmental policy.
Good morning.
Sip that tea.
Good morning.
Sip that tea.
Good morning.
Sip that tea.
Good morning.
Sip that
And
tea.
pops past the B when they're closing on the final fact. And in my Vera voice, my show just got hijacked. Understand your popularity. Even prophets and bishops got to have that morning tea.
Good morning.
Sip that tea. Good morning.
Sip that tea. Good morning. Sip that tea. Good morning. Sip that tea.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hey, oh, look who came by today. Look who stopped by the
So
studio
glad
audience.
to have you, studio audience. You give yourselves a round
they
of applause.
didn't
Come
show
on,
up
give
last week.
yourselves a
Last
round of
week
applause. They didn't. They
last-
came late last week.
Yeah, I think they came
I
late.
think they came late.
Well-
They came for someone's birthday. They didn't come for the start
Yeah,
of the show.
that was for us.
Or anything
Studio
like
audience
that.
did not come for us last week.
They did not come for
But they're here this week. Thank you for the studio audience and those who are listening and watching virtually. Thank you so much. Good morning, one. Good morning, all.
Good morning, Big. Good morning, Small.
Good morning, short. Good morning, tall.
Good morning
Good morning
to
to
all
all
of
of y'all. Because it is morning somewhere
in
in the world. Welcome to DGMT, a show. This is your first.
And I want you to, every time we try to be here, it'd be something.
Say
But
me on our
anyway,
track.
say what you're saying.
Yeah, for those who joined us for the first time, welcome. Grab yourself a beverage, preferably a hot one, but it's hot
Hot-
outside though. So if you want to get a frappe, I don't like it.
Yeah, maybe
I ain't even blame you.
some ice.
Some with some ice because it's hot on the
Some
outside.
ice.
We just
And
get-
if you feel like dropping something for us that is ice, we're right here on
we here,
14.
number 14 Warwick
Warwick
Street,
Street or
off of
Shirley Street.
Right off of Shirley Street. If you want to send me a message, the text is 828. I started off strong, like I know what the number was. I do not know. 817-2544.
Say 828.
817-2544. Send me a text, and I'll be sure to drop the pin. If you feel like being a blessing, let the Lord to use you on today.
Let Jesus
Let him
lead you.
You know why? He's a mighty good leader.
Let
He's a
Jesus
mighty good
lead you.
If you want to call in today, the call lines are 827-2543, 827-2543, and the text line 817-25.
Yeah, we'd like to hear a bit more from y'all on the
44.
phones. We haven't had a caller for a while.
Yeah,
We haven't had a caller for a good
we do
lead.
have the typers though. I thank God for the
We have
typers.
We're grateful.
I thank you for the typers. Those who are online,
I'm not a caller myself. I've got to be honest.
and I always want to, you know.
Would I ever?
I don't think I
call?
ever called a talk show. I always want to call, but I think, yeah, no.
I'm just not. I'm just not.
Yeah, I want to talk to them. I have something I want to say, but I'll never say it. Oh boy. Okay. Now I got a text from my wife. Okay, so yeah, we wanted to be here a bit early today, but circumstances beyond my control. There's apparently a bug going around.
Is it a bug?
I think it is a bug. There's a bug going around. That's
So it
affecting
wasn't
the
just the
baby
grapes.
children.
You know, bad grapes can do that to you, though.
I mean, it could be grapes though. I don't know.
Bad grapes can do that to you.
But Dallas had
to be
something yesterday too. So yesterday, Dallas couldn't go to school yesterday because he woke up around 3 o'clock in the morning with this projectile.
Oh no!
So he was good. But then this morning, it's
Then that's a bug.
it's little to David.
Oh come on!
And right now she's texting down that he's still letting some stuff up.
Like what is left?
I ain't got to know what is left.
What is left? You had grapes and
so yeah,
a
so
corn
that's-
dog. Why? What is left?
Just give him a little sip of something, little sip of juice, them something, it's a little sip of water.
Oh bless the heart.
Whatever happens. Oh Lord Jesus. Yeah, and so even if they aren't the only ones. I heard some other parents complaining too that there's something going around. So get your Lysol, get your hand sanitizers and your sanitizers, and sanitize. Because it works like not only for COVID. I don't know if people know that. Like Lysol and stuff, it works for other stuff as well. You don't have to wait until COVID to use sanitizer or Lysol. You know,
That's low and petty. We know that.
do you though?
Yes, we do.
I can't tell you the last time I went to the store and found a sanitizer machine that's working. They're just there now. Nobody
I
keeps
feel like I used one the other
nobody
day.
keeps sanitizer inside of
I
them.
feel like the Solomon's out by me, out by my working place. I
Are they
think
ever
they
there?
work. I think that works.
Okay.
Have I tried it in recent times? Let's just say it looks like
It looks
works.
full.
Like it looks like it's being maintained.
I tried to use
don't
one
know if it actually
the other
works.
day, and the guy's like, "Oh, I know that don't work." No, thanks, bro. It's like thanks.
Saints, y'all need to come on in and tell us hi.
Y'all didn't say hi unless y'all here.
I mean,
I thank y'all for being here.
No,
but
your word we can hear from the
But they didn't even
Saints
say
then.
nothing. But anyway, appreciate y'all being here nonetheless. As we get ready to start the show, we start talking about what's happening. We talked about first our church announcements. We want to give
Church announcement.
birthday greetings and salutations to
And
all those
shout-outs.
persons that are celebrating a birthday anniversary.
You got a
on
birthday,
today.
We got nothing to- Morning, Latara Roll. She's
Morning,
coming to
Tara.
chat. She says Super Value selling hand sanitizer for 99 cents that expired in 2023.
Like-
Does hand sanitizer ever
Doesn't expire though. It's alcohol.
Does it ever expire?
It shouldn't
Whoever put
expire,
the
man.
expiry date on that was wrong for that.
Yeah, like,
I
what
don't
they-
need
what
no
they put it there
expiry
for?
date.
Yeah,
When it starts to change color, maybe we should start considering.
shake it up. You shake that up. Oh, you add a little more alcohol to that. You're good, man.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
remember that?
And what, 99 cents is the discounted price?
I guess so.
That's crazy.
Like, we're better,
Can't get
better on the
anything for
size.
99 cents now.
Depends on the size of
Not
it.
even a bag of chips.
Oh yeah, no. But yeah, so happy birthday. I know one Amy Moss is, but it's
Celebrating
DGMT. I think she's
today.
She might have passed by once or twice.
She
so
passed
DG
by once
passed
or
by
twice. She's
so Amy is
a friend
celebrating.
of the family.
A fair friend. Also one who often passes by. Also Max Chanel. DeVoe celebrates.
Her birthday's today?
On today.
Oh, happy birthday, Max
So,
Chanel.
to be honest, yes, hey, it can happen. So happy birthday to Max Chanel and Amy, both who are celebrating on today.
On today.
And to those celebrated yesterday who might have missed, happy belated birthday to you.
Dalton, it's like as soon as you press live, the wave comes.
Did the sleepers reach? The sleeper
What the-
sleeper show up?
I mean, we were fine.
There's like go live.
Absolutely okay. It's like go live.
Sleep time.
Sleep time.
But happy birthday to all of you celebrated last week, who we didn't get last week.
Well, everybody from last week.
I think we did, eh?
I think we did.
But coming up this week, let's check minds. If you're celebrating next week, happy
I've heard
birthday
of
to
a
you.
couple of people.
Carolyn, Monique. Carolyn is all our listener that's always tuning in all the way down there in Mangrove Key, Andres.
Mangrove Key.
so he
Andres.
said-
Oh, my Andres.
Said a pre-birthday to you. And then that's coming up, I think that's the 25th, which is tomorrow. Not tomorrow, sorry, 26th. That is Monday. Happy birthday to everyone else. That's from my list. I got a cousin that's celebrating. I think you may know my cousin as well. My cousin is Keela Miller, celebrating on Thursday. She's going to be celebrating on Thursday.
I've heard that there's a young lady who turned 16 on Tuesday.
16.
I've heard rumors and talks. I've been sent reminders, messages,
Oh.
threats. So
Oh, she
For that young lady-
She on the
she's on the trip, but you know,
She's on the battlefield waiting for the Lord. I don't know if she listens
she's
to
on
the
the
show.
firing line.
She's on the
But
battlefield.
when she does listen to the show, a big happy birthday
big
to
happy
one
birthday.
Anaya Roll who'll be turning 16. Mind
Celebrating
blown.
the big
16.
one 6.
16.
Feels like just
16, babe.
16 now. When you came,
saying it over and over
she was
again.
6.
When I came here, she was.
Oh, that's what's happening.
No, she was
What
6.
month you came? What month you
I
came?
came in September. Oh, no, August.
So yeah, should have been.
She was 6.
She was 6. Well, yeah.
She was 6. Then he was 2. Was he just about to turn 2?
Oh, that's what done to
He was just about to turn 2.
Yeah.
And now I was 6.
Well, you've been here long. You're an old seasoned baby.
Let me tell you how I know I'm an old seasoned Bahamian. And honestly, it was anyway who watched the Teacher Chronicles, you've already seen this story. Yesterday, I embarrassed myself in the doctor's office. Yeah. I was there. When I got there, sat down, the lady next to me was like, oh my gosh, hey, Miss Wilson. I'm like,
Why do you know me?
but I knew her face. So I knew she was a parent and she called
Okay.
me Miss Wilson. So I knew she was a parent. I was just trying to. So when I came, she was on the phone. I was on filling in my form. So it took a little while before we started speaking. And the whole time I was filling my form, I was like, I need to try and remember who this woman is. Like, I need to try and remember who her kids are. Anyway, I eventually remembered. I was like tutoring a daughter every week for like 6 months. So it was kind of like, Vera, come on. Anyway, so me and her talking, oh, how are the kids? They're, this she's graduating this year. The other one's in UB. He's studying this. And we had a very adult conversation about children and their aspirations. And she was talking about the boy started off doing like chemistry or something, and now he's doing history, and she's not sure how long it's going to last, but she's told him, I don't care whatever you do, you just leave with some kind of bachelor's once you get out of UB. Then the girl was like, she wanted to go off, but the mum was like, she didn't feel like she was ready, so she's going to send
y'all
her to
having
UB.
deep conversations.
See, and I was like, I'm a big advocate, and I say this for any parents who want my advice, I'm a huge advocate for kids don't have to go straight off to school. Like, they don't have to follow fashion. It's too expensive for them to be making a decision that is made by you
willy-nilly,
or they're not sure about. Like, let them do some internships, let them go to do some low stake study, something that doesn't cost as much. Anyway, so we were speaking about that. Very, very adult conversation. Oh, well, I'm so glad to hear that they're doing well. Oh, so I'm sitting there like, who are you? Why do you sound like, and I can see the people around us looking at me like, oh, this girl who say she. Anyway, if that wasn't bad enough, when I came in, I gave my name to the people behind the reception. So I'm assuming that this young boy heard me say my name, because when they called his name, I was like, I know that name. And he banks the corner and he looked straight at me. He's like, hi, Miss Wilson. I'm like, and my response was out loud in the doctor's office with a waiting room chock full of people, and I can tell you about that in a second. Jesus Christ is Lord. That was my response.
What are you saying?
Because one, I've not seen him since 2020. When I left, he left to go off to the States the year after. So
for college?
I think he went to finish high school,
Okay.
and then so he went off for like soccer or something, or football. Anyway, he was short and very like stocky but small. He was like a little pugnacious little boy. That's the only way I could. Pugnacious. Always looking for trouble.
Yeah.
Very defiant. He'd like definitely one of those kids that just, I don't care who you are, as long as you're an authority figure, I'm not listening to you. So he was I honestly would have said he was one of the worst kids I had in my homeroom. Truth be told. In fact, I can tell you a little bit more about him. You know the corner house?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I got you.
Mommy and daddy.
Hey, let's. Got you.
So.
Understood.
So I said, Jesus Christ is Lord. I didn't even say, hi, how are you? He went in to the back because the doctor I went to don't have time to waste. If you call your name, you need to be there in 3.2 seconds. So he came back and he was like, Miss Wilson, how are you? I was like, oh my gosh, I've not seen you in so long. You've grown so much. Look at your voice is so deep. How's school? What are you up to? What are you studying? Who are you still in touch with? And as I'm saying these things, I'm like, who are you?
Old person.
When did we become the people who, when you call your friend, they put their kids on the phone and you have to make conversation with their kids? I remember being the kid who had to listen to my mum's friends and aunties. And do you remember so and so?
At the duck conversation.
And I'd have to like entertain the conversation and roll my eyes, like, leave me alone. When did I become the auntie that my friends are forcing their kids to say hi to?
Come talk.
And the auntie who has to then find redundant, really inane questions.
How is school?
Got
a new friend?
I just became her one day. I woke up and I was she.
And I had this very public encounter with this young man, and I'm sure everybody in the doctor's office were looking at me like, you cannot be. And I know I was that teacher in that moment. You can't be more than. You can't have been teaching for more than 5 or 6 years.
So
why are you having this kind of
this
moment?
grown man.
And so we're talking. I said, all right, then make sure tell your mommy and daddy I said hi. And then I was like, yeah, you done it now. You crossed over now.
Yeah,
and I was like, yeah.
Tell them, give them my greetings, give
I
them my
have
love.
officially
Give mom and
entered.
dad my love.
I've officially entered that next phase of teaching,
Oh, yeah, you all
where
are,
the
man.
kids that you teach have jobs, they've married. The next stage is when they start bringing me their children. I don't know if I'll be able to handle
Oh,
that.
when they start teaching their children.
One kid came to see me yesterday at school. He graduated not too long ago. He decided he wasn't going off. He was working, he's like in tech sales.
Nice.
But for quite a prestigious company, they provide like tech for some of the big companies on the island. The young man was telling me about how he got $1,600 commission for something. I said, what must I do, Lord? What must I do? Because the kids are coming back on a casual tip, telling me
with their monies.
about their monies, and I'm trying to find money to buy a ticket home. And these kids are earning commission.
$1,600. And that's funny that she's Latara role. She just posted something they talking about like her classmates who have children and stuff like that. I'm like, ma'am, I have classmates whose children are not only finished college.
I've had children.
I have classmates that have grandchildren, and I am here arguing with a 4-year-old that the number 8 does not come between 2 and 4.
Which one is that?
A 4-year-old. I'm arguing with a 4-year-old that the number 8 does not come.
But I see his issue
in
though,
between 2.
because 8 looks like a 3. It looks a bit like the 3.
But he knows it's an 8 because he drew an 8. He's like, what number is this? This is 8. Count for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why are you putting an 8 in between 2 and 3?
Really?
Meanwhile, I have classmates whose children have children.
Whose children are arguing with the children about
Children
what
are
number.
arguing with their children. Here I am.
Now, Delton, if we're playing Trump, I win. If we're playing Trump,
If you play that
I
game?
win. But you know what? I had a moment yesterday. I said, you know what? Some kids there's a lot of some teachers I see them like, oh, my son this is and my daughter's graduating. No, I don't have no kids. Yeah, I have no kids. None of these kids are my son or my daughter. I don't put that on them. But there are 1 or 2 of them in the history of all time.
Feel like yours?
They feel like mine.
Okay, sure.
Because when they graduate, they send me their grades, send me their pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a little picture to put in my
Little
little
wallet,
wallet when
little
they're
wallet
taking their
size photo?
graduation pictures. There's some that feel like mine. Now, there ain't no son or daughter. I ain't call them. I'm not going to do all of that. But there's some that feel like mine. So while I say I haven't had any kids that have been through school, I do have some children who, when they graduate, that feels like a bit of me walking across that stage.
As you should. But yeah,
Couple,
so that's,
not many, 1 or 2.
that's where we are now, the older aunts and uncles. That's how
I
we
was
feel
she.
now.
And I know the people in this.
And I saw-
Because I was that. Like, I would look at people like Princess when I first got here 10 years ago, and Princess had people who were grown with children hailing her like, "Hey, Miss Delaval," like, what do you mean?
Keep in
or,
mind.
"Hey, Miss Ramin."
Keep in mind, Miss Ramin.
Now, of course, I know logistically, but when you look at her, it don't make
like,
sense.
Keep in mind, Miss Delaveau. Like, I caught Miss Delaveau's when she was still doing her teaching sessions. And
You were in school?
I was still in school.
Never.
Keep in mind, I was also in high school with her when she was in high school. Because Miss Delaveau was one of them fast. She was one of them fast. Like, I get to college in 3 years. I don't care what y'all take. I can do 49 credits. I don't care if it kills me. I don't care if it kills me. I'm doing 49. I'm doing 49 credits, and it is what it is. So yeah, so she's been teaching.
Yeah.
For a long
So it was
time.
be like, but you look about 16.
Yeah.
And you've got 33-year-olds hailing you with their families. I'm now the 16-year-old looking teacher who hailing the big man them and the big women them, and I'm okay with that.
I shouldn't be mad. Get over it.
I'm okay with it.
You look good for the age.
It took me a minute. I was like,
Someone said to me the other day, like, you look good for your age.
look good for your age.
It's like,
The parents' reaction to me, she was like, oh my gosh, you've just stayed. So that's how she reacted to me when I got to me. I was like, thanks. I appreciate it.
you look so, you know.
So yeah, child, that's where we are.
And I saw this the other day. I was like, oh, who's this guy? I saw this guy. I was like,
Wow.
what you mean you graduated? What you mean you leave in high school?
When I came, he was what, 4? No. He had to be
6.
8.
Yeah,
He has to be
6
8
7.
or 6. Okay.
Yeah. Now he's graduating from school. Anyway, so guys, so that's our, you know,
Trip down memory lane.
yeah, look at life. where we are. But so yeah, so that's happy birthdays. They're all persons celebrating birthdays, all the 16-year-olds, all the 46-year-olds.
I must throw in one more birthday
50
before
years.
we
You have one more?
log off, even
Get it
though
out there.
we will be on show next week, Saturday, when it's her birthday. But I want to give an early shout
All right,
out.
man.
Hold on, wait. My heart skipped a beat for just a second.
What your niece?
My oldest niece is going to be 21 years.
Oh, grown woman. Adult. 21, your oldest niece. Nice. I have nephews, man. You know, now this I can drop you down because I have nephews that are well over 30.
That math don't be math.
Exactly.
That math
I
don't
have
math.
nephews that are 30.
Julianne, put that away. Julianne say legal in all states. Put
Legal
that
in
away.
all states.
Put that away.
Ready to get up out the house and live
But
life.
she loves Jesus so much, she don't care what she's legal to do.
come
The
on.
only thing she want to do is serve the Lord with her whole heart, mind, and
As-
soul.
As he should.
And we love it.
Oh, yeah.
We
So
love it, we love it, we love it, we love
So
it.
that's
and I'm
it
sure she has
for-
an exam. I've got to 21 years old.
you got to text her, man. Call her. You
No,
gotta
I've
text her.
got to do more than
You gotta
that.
call her now.
21.
Yeah. Y'all pretty much colleagues now. Y'all pretty much colleagues.
Real talk.
Nah, you can talk to like women now. It's like, hey, how you doing?
Wow.
How the boyfriend thing doing? How's the boyfriend? Anyway, so yeah, so happy birthday, happy anniversary to any couple celebrating their anniversary. We salute you. You have birthdays, you have anniversaries. We have none, so we gonna sing to you. So that's it for anniversary. Now, when it comes to, we're gonna slide this into this announcement part of it. Coming this week Friday, I have to announce this here. Coming this week Friday, Life Worship Center is proud to present our second annual My Best Life Now conference. Studio audience, come on. Thank you.
Oh, I forgot another birthday also.
Oh, we got that.
You finished that.
Yeah, so My Best Life Now conference is coming this Friday at the Sandals Royal.
Oh, no, it's a sophisticated event. We don't do
Sophisticated.
things like that.
No, we don't do no DJ sounds for the My Best Life. If anything, we do My Best Life Now. Kingdom Entrepreneurship Conference coming this Friday. It's going to be an amazing time. Speakers from all over the world.
I see there's been a change in speaking.
Yeah. But that's the role is going to be there. Our very own Minister Patrice Taylor, the HR expert of the Bahamas. If your workplace is not working, you call her in. She's going to be there speaking. We have Mr. Werner Gruner, president of Starlight Global. We have Pastor Rakina Munker from Revolution Church. We have a Miss Gail, and we are very excited about Miss Gail. She's coming in all the way from Chicago, Illinois, because during this conference, we are proud to announce and to say that we will be launching.
Are you allowed to announce it?
Yeah, I think we are now. It's
Oh.
now to say that they're going to be coming in. That we're going to be coming in to talk about the Joseph School of Business. That's a school with Dr. Bill Winston that started there. That is producing multi kingdom millionaires, and they're going to be here joining us for this conference, and we're going to hear more about their school and hear what's coming out as we start to make some connections here in the Bahamas. And so we invite all entrepreneurs, all business owners, aspiring ones. That should be everybody if you're aspiring. To register, you can see the link on the screen. If you are listening via radio, feel free to go on our Facebook page at Life Worship Center. It's facebook.com/The Life Experience, and you'll see the link there and the flyer right there where you can scan the QR code. It's going to be on Glory's page as well, where you're going to be able to see the registration. I encourage you that at the last numbers we got, I think there might have been less than 50 seats remaining because the room is only so big. And I think this was on Wednesday or Thursday, I think.
Oh, my.
We had like 50 left. And so we encourage everyone to register now if you can. And if you have not, it's a $150 investment. It's going to be the entire day. So it's Friday, the 30th of May, from 8 a.m. You can come in from 8 a.m. Breakfast will be served. Lunch will also be served. There'll also be an afternoon snack.
Afternoon.
Now, I'm not quite sure what that entails, but means you're going to go home with something in your belly before dinner time.
Oh, it's going to be a time.
It's going to be a time. So we encourage you. You take time off to get your nails done. You take time off to get your hair done. You take time off because you want to go on a trip to Miami. Take time off to become a kingdom millionaire.
Come on.
How about that?
Come on.
How about that? So that's My Best Life Now happening this Friday. 30th of, not this Friday, but next week Friday, 30th of May, right at Sandals Royal Bahamian, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Be there or,
Be square.
which means you're not around apparently. All right. So
I told you that, right?
You did, man. It was you because I'd never done it a day of my life. I never had
Square
no clue.
means you're not a round.
Not around. Brilliant. So you say you forgot someone else's birthday.
My dear friend Femi, who celebrates tomorrow.
Femi, happy birthday,
birthday.
Femi. Femi, watch it at 8 o'clock.
But
Femi.
she's one of those people who will like watch it afterwards.
She out in the streets.
Yeah.
Hey guys, hey Denisha's here. So welcome to everybody who's locked in on our Facebook stream. Jody Ann is here. Julie is here. Stephanie is here. Tara Roll is here. All right, so in news and reviews, what's been making news in the country?
They marry Rodney.
Yesterday,
Oh,
what's up? Yesterday was a sad. It was a sad day. It was the
and I
funeral
didn't get
service.
my T-shirt. I'm devastated. Oh!
Thank God, I got you. So that I think there's more left.
It's so sad. It's so unreal to me.
No, it's
Every
very
time
real.
they play a video of him cracking a joke, I was like, this man cannot be.
And he's
This
definitely
man
not.
cannot be. But he has left enough with us. That
Oh,
he
listen to
would-
me.
He'll live on for generations.
I watched back the show on Facebook a few days ago, like the show that they're continuing now with Levon Miller. And Spotify is still there. I like every now and again they just play random clips just to laugh. It's just be hilarious. And I'll be back because I know him word for word. Whatever they put to play, I
I
know,
know it word for word. Iconic, man.
for word.
So anyway, sorry, that was the news and reviews I wanted to throw in there. I can tell you categorically, I know nothing else about what's happening in the country. I do know that the PLPs are trying to harp on about the FNMs not supporting what's going on in Grand Bahama and trying to vilify them for that, which I think is quite funny, very political. Go ahead, guys, give us a bit of a show. That's all.
I think
That's all I know.
along those same lines, what was happening? Oh, sorry, I just got a text just now from one Anaya, who wanted to know if he said her birthday on Tuesday. We did.
I mean, that's awkward because the fact that you have to ask means
means
that
you ain't
we
watching
probably
the show.
wasted our time saying
She
happy
on
birthday.
the battlefield.
You know?
She on the battlefield fighting
Keep
for the Lord.
on the fire.
Nah, I give some flower cake. While you're on the
Oh, you
battlefield.
must fight.
so-
Be brave.
What also been making news, like along those same lines, like after they came back, it was talking about, I can't remember what event it was. It was some event that the PLP was hosting and the Prime Minister was speaking. And he was talking about Michael Pintar and he's like, he's not sure. Like, does he have a job? Has he ever had a job? This was like a big thing come on. He's like, I know he does little poetry. That became a big hullabaloo this weekend. Because
He wrote a book.
Yeah, multiple books, I think. It's
So he's a
multiple books.
writer. That's his job.
Like, so what has he done? I'm like, what has he done? What does he do? Does he have a job? And that little clip went viral. Of course,
Brave now.
Honorable
Brave,
Minister
that was low.
Pintar had to
Brave,
come back.
that's low.
And so now that they turned it out into a way bigger thing than I thought it would have been. Because now it's just going on now. Where persons who talk about, he is like, geez, trying to talk down to creatives and say that being a creative is not a real job.
Yeah.
And so now the
Yeah.
creatives are coming out.
Yeah. That's
So
it.
they're talking about it.
Meanwhile, hasn't the Bahamas just launched its first like art school?
Yeah, but
Arts
solid.
college.
Yeah. So that, of course, the Prime Minister came back with that. It's like, I don't understand. We have done a lot, and we have in our blueprint to do more for the orange economy. And launching our school, and he talked about.
Let me tell you.
Let me
this.
tell you how he was so petty. He was like, and sometimes myself, I feel like a suppressed creative, because now I play my maracas. It's like every now and again I play my bass guitar. I was like, come on, man.
Bass guitar.
It's like,
Braves play bass.
apparently, this thing I did not know. So
So
he-
like a
he feels like a
suppressed.
suppressed creative because,
Creative.
he plays his maracas. It's like, but the fact that you
But
would
saying
get,
if Michael ever had a job was low. It was uncalled for.
but so I
He set himself up. Whatever backlash he got from people, because you are saying that being a writer isn't a job. That's what the implication of what you're saying. Because he's very clearly a writer. He's an established writer. He's a writer that is studied in the
Oh, yeah.
national curriculum of the Bahamas. Come on, give the man his props. What constitutes a job anyway? What makes a job a
something you
job?
get paid for. Did he get paid for the y'all using the book?
Every time he sells a book, he makes money.
I mean, I think there's like the y'all as a school, like,
No, we used to when we did the BGSC, but
actually,
we
yeah,
don't
yeah,
anymore.
oh, yeah. So yeah, so
Still standing.
that made news this week, and it was
That's hilarious to me. I kind of wish I saw it.
But I
You're
think
supposed to send me these things, man.
it was it was the one of the former. I know he was. I think he's the president of UB in Grand Bahama. I don't know. I don't know if it's president they call him. I can't remember his name. Ian Strawn. I think he did a list. I don't know how far because Ian Strawn is also. He's one. Like I said, he's one of the presidents of a UB or the vice president of UB in Grand Bahama. He's also a creative. He's the right place and stuff like that. And he did like a list of presidents whose past jobs were like they were writers, they were movie. I think U.S. presidents who were actors.
It did very
Jean
much get
Bertrand
prep.
Aristide.
It did very much get
He then threw in
paid.
Zelensky, and like Zelensky's like something like this, but anyway. But he did throw it there. I don't know. So it got very deep. Some of the creatives definitely came out.
I feel like as much as Brave, I'm a fan. People don't like to hear it, but I quite like his vibe. He wrong for that.
Yeah,
he deserves what he get for that.
The way it was said, the way
He deserves what he get for that. It's like Brave, ain't nothing you say is
no,
off.
but he said no. He's done a good job of his poems and stuff like that. But in terms of leading a country, like, you know, leadership roles, like what has he done? And so that
Okay.
that made
Okay.
this. But to me, it's like y'all know we are in political season now. Like,
everything is.
Y'all let them
it's
do that
open
back and
season.
forth. Man.
Everything's
Y'all
up for grabs.
y'all not getting that, man. Let them have their political time.
Now we getting in that because that's what makes it political. We gotta get in that
No,
for
but
the bands.
we can't get in an argument with them. we can't get in that.
Just be
argument.
entertained. Are you not
It's not you're not
entertained?
You were key. You wait for the political rallies to come around.
A key,
Where you
key,
get your
key.
free t-shirt and free things. You have a whale of a time.
I need to get some merch this year.
You need merch.
I mean, just because it's free. And
Oh,
if
yeah,
I'm a
definitely.
Bahamian, I should earn some free merch. It's just part of.
You should. Which part are you going for, though? Yellow? You going for black? You going red and blue? What colors you going for? That's the question.
That's what we going for.
You want all of them?
You don't know. You don't know. Like the wind. You know not where I come from, neither where I go.
One day you wear yellow. Next day, can feel a little black.
Who gonna kill me? Nobody.
Who can get your vote?
Nobody. Nobody.
Who can get your vote? Absolutely
I'm gonna make sure when they
nobody.
speak to me and give me the free match, I'm gonna use my British accent so they know.
Oh, yeah.
I can't help you. Speak.
Yeah, I got nothing for
I
you.
can't help you. Speak.
I have 0 votes in my house.
This
Zero
leads me to a
votes.
thought that I had this weekend. I thought about the fact that most of my adult life I spent in Bahamas. If you say officially you turn adult at 18, I have spent most of my adult life in the Bahamas. That's scary to me. That's scary. That shook the insides of me, and I thought I don't have time to think about these things. I'll put that in ChatGPT one day in the future. I'll deal with that later.
We'll talk about that later.
The implications that has for like your identity as a person. Yeah.
In those years, what they call
Yeah.
your formative adult
Your
years.
formative years, because for a long time you feel displaced in one place because your formative years. Yeah, I need to start my little podcast, don't I? My podcast about being in the diaspora. I've
said you
decided
were
to
podcast
launch
as well.
it on the 10th anniversary.
Which is in what, 2 weeks?
No, it's in August,
Yeah, okay.
like August,
6 weeks.
mid-August,
7 weeks.
mid-August.
All right, then. So we look forward for that. See that.
Yeah.
Oh, do I have to leave?
We got all kind of people greeting us in the chat. Why is it black? Is your background black?
No, I don't have. I think you're still on.
I want to. On what?
Yours on dark mode. I think.
How do I
probably.
put it off dark mode? I don't like dark mode.
You see my dark mode.
I'm a child of the light.
You
Amen.
have to go down the settings at the bottom.
I don't like it. While I fix that, can you say hi to
Yeah.
people?
That means so hi to those who are joining us now. I see Adisha's here saying hello, my peeps. I also get Danisha. I think we said hi to Danisha already, and everybody else who's logged in and just chilling. Who ain't say hi to us, but still here. Thank you all so
Imagine
much.
that. It's disrespectful.
He ain't say a word to us. Julian said you gotta catch them all, Vera. Gotta catch them all.
Our hearts are true. Was the theme song the same in the Bahamas?
Gotta catch them all. Yeah.
No, but you need to know the whole song. Did you know the whole song?
No, ma'am.
That song was so deep.
It was, but no.
That Pokemon theme song was
To
deep.
sing it back? No.
Too high. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all.
You gotta be there. You gotta be there.
Gotta be fresh.
Wrong song.
I need to hear.
Wrong song.
Wrong song, bro. Wrong song. But there was something about our hearts are true. Our courage will pull us through. You teach me, I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. That was deep.
I was never a true fan. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh,
I used to watch, but wasn't
Could
like
never be a true fan of demonic animals. Not in my mother's house.
that. I wasn't even like we didn't even think of them as demonic. I mean, for me, like from my standpoint.
Oh no, there was a whole thing like Pokemon is demonic. There was like a whole movement.
Oh no, that
Yeah.
didn't reach like that.
So
I mean, but for me, I didn't hear those.
I just didn't even, and I was never. I was never a rebellious child. I was like straight talking, very honest. I'm gonna do what I want to do, but I was never rebellious. I'm like, we don't watch Pokemon, no problem. You
That's
don't
it
watch
for
Harry
you?
Potter? Say less. I'm okay with that.
Oh no, Harry Potter. That was an option for me. Like I didn't.
Yeah,
Like no one tell me that.
I ain't even
Once
try.
I saw
I ain't
what
even
it
gonna
was.
try.
It was
If
like,
you say I don't have to do it, Jigglypuff was the worst because he had a demonic song, like a siren song, like the mermaids of the ocean. The Mami Water. He was the worst of the worst.
he was Leviathan.
Singing that little song. Y'all don't know what chants, what
was a
incantations. What incantations were being sung.
Just Jigglypuff. That's all he said his name.
But that was his power when he started singing. The people just do funky things.
Yeah. Jiggly.
You play that backwards?
When you play it backwards.
You play that backwards?
Why are you playing things backwards?
Julian, Mami Water. That's sounds of the Mami Water. Sounds of the Mami Water.
Leviathan.
Yeah.
So also making news. You said this to me earlier. Even from last week, I think we didn't get a chance to talk about it last week. There was in the news. Let me put it up so people can read it. It was a judge who ordered parenting class for a dad who slapped his 8-year-old daughter. I don't know if y'all saw this. A 28-year-old father. He received this penalty. I think he had to go to parenting class. Was he also fined? Let me see if I can find a story so I can read it for everybody. In your hearing of what actually took place.
On face value, what do you guys think?
Do I hear the whole story?
On face value, you got it?
I'm gonna right now.
Without hearing the whole story, what's your instinctive reaction before you hit the whole story? When imagine you took the clickbait, what's your instinctive reaction?
Yeah.
What is your instinctive reaction, Delton?
Mine was like, what happened? When I first saw it, I was like, what the he just slapped him for? Like, why? For what happened?
So yours was like, what happened is in why did he slap her, or
Yeah.
what happened is in why did a slap warrant parenting classes?
I didn't get it yet. I just wanted to see exactly
Why he slapped her.
Yeah, for me that's what I started. I started off with
Okay.
the why. Like, what did she?
Julianne say, I know. These children be trying, but I don't think I could ever hit a child in the face. We hear slap and we assumed it was the face. It didn't say the face, did it?
I'm sorry now.
Because when you hear slap, you just think face.
Yeah.
My instinct reaction is I agree. Go to the classes. Adisha, please say why. Please say why. I'm intrigued. That is so disrespectful, man, to slap someone in the face. Okay, but it didn't say the girl's face. But when you hear slap, you think face.
Automatically.
Automatically, you think face. I wonder why though.
When they slap him,
You could bat me on my arm. What is that?
I say it.
But it's the same action.
But no. So you say
Same
slap.
action. So slapping someone in the face is degrading. I mean, the one time my mommy get me, the 2 times she get me in my entire life was both in the face.
Slaps.
One was a slap, one was a phone
Please.
in my mouth. And that day,
In
I
the
couldn't
mouth?
be mad at her because the way she did, I was like, yeah, I probably pushed it. I don't know why I said, but the way she was like, I'm just going to take what's here. and I'm
Whatever's
gonna-"
close by.
She just took the phone and knocked me in my mouth as in, shut up. Stop talking.
Did you stop?
I went to the room, but there's nothing left to say. There's no back and forth. There's nothing left here for me.
For the blood?
No.
All right. All right.
No, there probably wasn't.
Probably wasn't.
I don't remember.
So let me read the story. The story says that a magistrate has ordered a 28-year-old father who slapped his 8-year-old daughter for being rude to attend parenting classes. The father pleaded guilty to cruelty to children when he appeared before Assistant Chief Magistrate Carolyn Vo Evans.
See, my question is how he get there.
And they didn't say either. The charge stems from an incident that took place on April 20th while the child was spending the weekend with her father and a paternal grandmother.
That's how she got there.
Because they're not together. Once you hear that, like, oh, so
Once you hear that, it's like-
today is your day.
All right.
Don't touch my daughter. So the court heard that the child had ignored multiple requests by her dad to pick up her toys. When he confronted her about her disobedience, The child rolled her eyes, prompting her dad to slap her. And that's the whole court story. That's where they enter, yeah.
That's where it stops?
That's where it ends. That's the whole story. So multiple times, pick up your toys, pick up your toys, pick up your toys. Like, what do you now? Pick up your toys.
There are better ways to handle any situation, no matter the
roll
circumstance.
your eyes.
So that means, Adisha, you're an advocate for not hitting children at all. You are a spare the rodder.
Yeah, she's spare the rudder.
You're a spare the rodder. Is that? Can you confirm that, Adisha? Your argument is that we shouldn't hit children at all. There are better ways to handle any situation, no matter the circumstance. You're an adult. Learn to control your emotions without resulting to physical abuse. So you're one person that, are you saying that you think a parent slapping their child is abuse? That any kind of physical punishment is abuse? Can you just clarify that? Or are you saying that something about this man doing it to his daughter is abusive, but there are places for
Physical abuse.
no, it's not physical abuse. That's what I'm saying. Because what I hear for Adisha is, if you touch your child, if you physically hurt them, that's abuse. That's what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
So clarify that, please, Adisha. I agree with beating and discipline, but never slapping. Nah, I have a problem with that. Slapping is just it's an adjective. It's an adjective. What's the like?
If you go beat,
Whooping, hitting,
Whooping. Yeah.
busting up, like slapping. No, yeah, Adisha, you confused me. You have to clarify. I'm confused. Slapping is abuse because it was the face, and it doesn't say he slapped in the face, but it says slapping. So we're assuming, let's say he slapped her in the face.
Yeah.
Is it abuse because it was the face? Because that same action on her arm would have not been abuse, and this is what I can't agree with. I can't agree with these kind of technicalities.
because the face, the face is the pressure. Do you know he want to damage the face?
Didn't damage the face.
He didn't say damage the face at all.
And we don't know if he slapped the face at all.
Oh, you don't know if he slapped the face.
So Adisha thinks picking up toys and a repeated instruction for picking up toys does not warrant a slap. Is there a kind of repeat? Whoa, me. I believe if I have to ask you multiple times, and when I'm coming to you, you're gonna roll your eyes. You're getting a slap. You getting a slap? What do you mean? What's left? Where's the negotiation? I done asked you multiple times. I done came to you and talked to you and say, excuse me, why you not following my instructions? And you cut your dirty stinking eye.
Cut eyes.
Yesterday at the ladies' meeting, there was a bar that we left with. One thing, she said, what she say? One stinking thinking I never do. One stinking thinking you should ignore me and then cut your eye. You was looking for a whooping. You was looking for a cut hip. If not that, what?
What else?
If not that, what? I vehemently disagree. Sensei, if a slap getting you locked up, you all just gotta put something on the game.
just put something on the game.
But he's not getting locked up. He's going to
he has
parenting
to go to
classes.
parenting classes.
Now, I don't feel like parenting classes are a bad idea for any parents. Everybody becomes a parent for the first time,
First time.
Everybody learning as they go. If there's some place you could go to learn more about how to do the most difficult job in the world for which nobody will ever interview and check that you were qualified, I don't think that's a bad idea. What I do not agree with is calling slapping a child who rolls their eyes and ignores instructions abuse. This is coming from someone who was not beaten growing up. So this isn't like, oh, I've been, Yeah, anyway, let me read these comments. They're going to have trouble. I hope mum know this behavior she encouraging going to bite her back. Mum probably said enough about the daddy and the Grammy for the daughter to go in the environment and behave that way. If she ate, she can cut her eyes at her, and if at 8 she can cut her eyes at her daddy, then go to her mummy and make her mummy call the police because he slapped her. That girl will play on their emotions every time. Baby, I don't talk multiple times, and twice is too much. And cutting eye, say Stephanie Mondelez. Carrie Miller say, good afternoon. Carrie, weigh in on the conversation. This come out of nowhere, hot topic. Beating is more on the bottom, like on the butt. That is okay once you're not beating a child out of anger, but no slapping, babe. So you're talking about the face. Don't touch the face then. I will not be the parent who punch and slap kids in the face. I'm sorry, not sorry. See, Adisha, my thing was, your point wasn't clear because you were saying it's physical abuse. But like if the same action is done on a different part of the body, it's not physical abuse. And that's what, for me, I'm like, So are we talking about the degradation of slapping in the face?
Yeah, I think
Are we
it's
talking
that-
about the fact that the face skin is more sensitive?
I think that's what it is.
Okay. Julianne say, hey, I see trouble. on the horizon.
On her rise.
This child knows very well the dynamics of the parenting situation, and she probably use it to get what she wants continuously. One stinking tinking. I was going to let my mum or parent repeat an instruction, and then when they address me about it, I roll my eyes.
I can't even fathom that. So like for me, like this, I can't even fathom the idea to my parents.
Now Jasmine's weighing in with something I was expecting someone to say. She's like, she says she doesn't like the idea of a grown man slapping a girl child. That's a lot of aggression. I don't think one slap warrants parenting classes though. Okay. I'll bring you some sweet cream, friend. Which brand you like?
Put that at the gate. Put that at the gate.
For Cine with the lock on the gate.
Need that in sweet cream.
So my 2 cents is, I think I'm with Yasmin. I don't think, the first thing that came to my mind is, I think he was punished that way because it was a man. Because I think if a woman did that, it wouldn't be, the outcome wouldn't be the same. But not on technicality, just on the fact that it's a man and a woman. Because if a man does it out of, I'm slapping you to punish you, I'm not enraged, it's not, like if he gives his daughter a measured slap, and a woman gives her daughter a hot stinking I'm mad at you slap, and the female slap is worse than the male slap, that doesn't matter. The fact that the man has slapped the daughter, I think on the face of things looks bad, which is why I think he only needed to do it once for him to get this punishment.
Get glasses, yeah.
Do I think that's fair? No, but we don't know the ins and outs, and they were very intentionally brief with this story.
Very brief. That's what happened. You go on.
But what I do think is that parenting classes is not the worst thing in the world. I think it could be, if you don't view it as a punishment, but as an opportunity, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world.
I didn't know we had parenting classes. It's like, I don't know, where do you go for this parenting
this is
class?
a very, you know what I imagine parenting classes to be like? BJC listening comprehension.
Oh, so now listen to someone talk about it.
Somebody. So you know that, like, overly pronouncing the words.
If your child is
the first thing you can do to help your child, that's how I envision
to help
it.
Johnny out. Put him in the corner.
Let us say Johnny is ignoring your instructions. That's what I see. That's what I envision these classes to be like, or to sound like, or to look like. That's what I see.
Oh, since his parenting classes are on,
What did I say? Listening
Zoom.
comprehension. How do you know this, Sin?
Sin, you have
court-ordered parenting classes. Julianne says, who's teaching the parenting classes and what are we learning? Obviously stuff you don't know because you slapped a child in the face. Adisha says, physical abuse is any physical force that injures someone. And I know a man slapping a child
that harmed her.
A little whipping doesn't injure you, in my opinion. Really, man? If it doesn't injure you. So you mean injury like something is left an imprint? Because is injury pain? Because if you don't feel pain, then it wasn't a whooping. Didn't need to be done. So what is injury? That after the pain lingers after a certain amount of time, it leaves a scar or a mark?
I know what
no, I'm asking Adisha.
Yeah, I know Adisha's bad.
I'm asking Adisha. Injure is, what's the difference between feeling pain? Because after you get a whooping, you're supposed to feel pain. If you didn't feel pain, then you know if your parents whoop you and it didn't hurt, they just wasted
do a
their
fake
time.
cry. You get the room.
As I said, I grew up not being beaten.
Died even like.
I grew up not being beaten.
And
I say this, and I'll say this too.
Like.
When I was raising my nieces, because I did raise them, they would do things, and I would want to hit them, but I realized that their mom, I think their mommy and their daddy would hit them, but like I would resort to some other form first because I wasn't grown up to think. Like my finger would itch like I'd wanna. But I wouldn't because I just knew that I've not been punished that way. So I don't know how to explain it. So there was an instinct that wanted to, but there was something about the way I was grown up that meant I didn't. Because I found another way. And look at them. Respectable.
Loving Jesus.
Women who love the Lord. I did a good job. Amen. I did a good job. Sorry. I'm with Minister Yasmin. Stephanie says, a man slap is a bit much, but I was flinging my shoes. Why not anger management class? Does he have anger that he needs to manage because he slapped his daughter once after repeating an instruction? Is it anger management?
Disobedient child.
But I see Julianne's point. Like, are you a bad parent to go to parenting class? Is this a parenting issue or is this an anger and aggression issue? I don't know. I don't think the article gives us enough.
No, definitely does not.
I know someone who had to do it. Okay. Sin, can you tell us, how did they feel? Did they look like after they left the class, did they feel like it was a waste of their time? Did they feel like it was insightful? Tell us if you can. Candice is on the live. Long time no hear from you, lady. Good to see you with us this afternoon. She said, from someone who was beaten with wire hangers and extension cords, believe it or not, the slaps I received felt more personal as a way to humiliate. I don't care. Julianne said, my daddy beat me once in my life and he never had to again. My feelings were so hurt. I don't know what I would have done if my daddy ever beat me. Like, I don't know. My brain can't fathom it. If Vincent ever decided I had made him so mad that he was going to raise his hand to beat me. And my mouth was a problem when I was younger.
Oh, boy.
My mouth was a problem.
You probably would have gotten rid of it.
My mouth was a problem because I honestly didn't know how not to say exactly what I thought and felt. I still don't. I still don't. And for me now, if you see me, I go quiet, is because I can't trust what I think and feel. I struggle with telling lies or coloring the truth. That makes me.
So you're
my
gonna
skin
say what you're gonna say.
So as an adult woman, I'm like, oh, my parents, bless your hearts, because I must have been a handful. And then I was very articulate too. I had my vocabulary down pat.
Oh, so you want to be smart with it. You want to be smart with your
But I
smartness.
wasn't trying to be smart.
You want to be
Just
smart with your smartness.
Just trying. Adisha said, me neither. I grew up not being beaten. But all I'm trying to say is that slapping and punching kids seems like abuse to me. There is always another way to handle it. Julianne says, I can't even remember what I did, but I remember that cut hit. Toya said, I would have found the place my mommy kept calling out of this world. And even at the age of 8, I would have been mad, but still I deserve that. And this is from someone who believed 95% of the punishment I received was unwarranted.
95%.
95% was unwarranted. I want to know what you did in that 5%. I want to know.
That 5% probably cost 95.
But she said she was such an obedient child. Toya,
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
You strike me as someone who's a bit like me, who didn't know how not to say exactly how you think and feel. Yeah. Since said she'll ask, please do research. Do research for us. Caught you guys 2 weekends in a row. Come on, you winning at live. Dallas is that child. I know. He is, indeed. He doesn't know, and he's intelligent. What you can do? You can't be mad at the child. There's no malicious intent
And
there.
he is passionate. I think what makes Alex, because Alex is so passionate, when he feels like he can't say, he can't defend himself. That's what he can't
I
defend
understand
himself.
that.
He gets so
I understand
passionate.
that 100%.
However, you can calm that passion down, though. What you got to do?
I mean, you guys have to teach him to do it.
No, you can calm that passion down. The passion you feel.
I'm trying to feel what lessons, what helped me curb that. What were the things in life that taught me to curb that? I think seeing people hurt by what I said taught me to curb it. That was one of the things that taught me. It wasn't whooping. Yeah.
Oh, you're the heart. You were smart with
But
the
that
heart.
was when I got older. That was when I was that was when I got to college. Not university, but the bit before. In high school, when I got to grade 10, I just calmed down. The teacher stopped telling my mum I talk too much in parent teacher conference. I don't know what happened.
They gave up?
Just stopped.
Did they give
I don't
up
know
or
if
you
they
stopped?
gave up, or I think I just stopped.
Ah.
I think I just grew up a little bit. Yeah.
Syntax, I probably won't slap, but hands will be laid. I come from, the fear of my daddy, wasn't really, I don't think we had, I can't remember a lot of, beating sessions. But you would get hit.
Sessions.
It wouldn't be no sessions. So there ain't be no hitting with this, hitting with it, no. But you walk past, and you know that's not going behind your head. You get slapped back your head. However, I grew up with all boys. So I don't know the dynamic of having to deal with punishing.
I know
a
typically
daughter.
fathers don't physically punish their daughters.
That's right.
I don't know a dad who would.
Yeah, I would need more context to this story here to just this one incident. There has to be some more backstory to this.
I think there has to be more backstory. I think also if the child was only visiting the father, that suggests he's not with her all day, every day.
Right.
He's not had to stretch his modes of punishment muscles. He's not had to get he's not had to get creative.
But
He
she's
maybe
8. I guess we don't. I don't know. We don't. I say we
don't
don't know.
know.
We don't know how long. How long this
she's
is
8,
often.
but she in her daddy's house rolling her eyes at him. You clearly don't want to be there, baby. Go home.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Why you roll your eyes? I have to pick up toys at 8.
What toys? Not
Who's
mine.
8? I don't think of somebody.
Your parents are
who's
asking you to
18 or
pick up the stuff that belongs to you. You need to wait for when they start asking you to pick up their own stuff. They mess that they make. They want you to clean up.
I can't remember. Like, I don't think of a child who's 8. Who's 8? I don't see that age.
Dallas is almost 8. Dallas is close to 8.
He's boy. He's not Chucky. I'm trying to think of female.
Jaden is just over 8.
Yeah, I think he's just over 8. So I think like Jaden's size. No, you can't slap Jaden. Like, I don't think of a child like that. That if you do something like I just. No.
Yeah, that's the size.
Yeah,
that's about
that's
the
actually
size.
down. Yeah, no.
Or a little smaller.
I know.
So Sin says she never got a lot of beatings because she was so scared from watching her sisters get turned every which way but loose. She did get a lot of punishment by association. One person do something, everybody getting it.
I said that. That's true.
My sisters hated me because my mum beat them and they have scars on their body to this day. And they know I never got beaten. So for a long time they couldn't stand me. Like in real life.
As they should.
Not fake, real life. Long story short, being a parent is hard. I ask God all the time, please continue to give me wisdom and knowledge to train up this child the right way. And that's on period.
Oh, and you ain't reached the first stage yet. Keep on living, man. It gets way
Lauren is
better than
almost
this.
8 and she be testing me. Lauren's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I feel like
Lauren.
Lauren's like got that Dallas bump.
Yeah, that answer.
The mouth,
You gonna
just
have an answer.
intelligent, inquisitive, almost too knowledgeable, and it doesn't help because they have more access to knowledge, which is worse. Oy, sorry. Skrank.
Yeah. Oh no. So that parenting in this day and age.
And to get the remote from the table in front of them. Okay, you mad picking up your own stuff? You ain't ready yet. Her mouth is a problem. Most of these kids inherit it from their parents, though, don't they? If we look down the family
if you
line,
follow it.
you follow it back, you can see where it comes
Nice.
from. We had our Wonder Woman talk yesterday, which was lovely, lady. Our Life Leading Ladies event that we've had annually for the last 3 or 4 years, I believe, and it was getting to speak to mothers about their experiences. And one thing I've always, as I've grown as a woman and gotten to the stage in life where I could have children, like my peers have kids. It could very easily be me with
Right.
a 8-year-old or even a 10-year-old, something insane like that, right? And as a woman growing up, whose relationship with her mother is changing because I'm now a woman.
Right.
And I realized my mother was once a woman like me.
Mm-hmm.
But when she was a woman like me, she had me and she had 3 others. And we grow up and we get to realize that these women that were our mothers were human beings who were living and learning the lessons that we have to learn,
Yeah.
but doing it while they're raising kids who are also living and learning. And so that was one of the kind of intricacies of parent-children relationships I wanted to explore when speaking to the women yesterday. And it was really, really interesting because it is, you know, you are just learning. So sending a parent to parenting class, as I say, it's not the worst thing in the world because
Yeah, no.
at every stage your child gets to is the first time, your first child, is the first time you've done that stage. And then you have another kid who's nothing like
I'd
the
say
one
it's-
before.
So that first child, that'll be that. So every
Yeah.
child, it's the first one.
You don't ever master it, do you?
No.
My mom says all the time, when she got to me, she was tired. By the time she got to me, she was tired.
And the thing about
She said, if I was a boy, things would have gone so differently. Because if she had dealt with a boy like she dealt with me, it would have been wayward. If she let him loose like she let me loose, she said she has no.
I think me
guarantees.
and you both in the same situation where there are 3 close. 1 8 years later. You 8, right?
I think I'm 8.
Yeah, I'm 8 years later.
Am I 8? I'm 8.
So my parents had 3 back to back.
Oh,
Back to back to
mine
back.
went back. They went back to back.
Close.
I think 4 to 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like 1, like 18 months, 1 year, 12 months.
Not 4. I lied. Maybe like 6. I think it's 6 to 8.
Oh,
The gap.
a pretty gap. Oh,
No, the
big
gap
gaps.
between my oldest sister and the next one is a bit there.
Oh.
And then those 2 are close, and then it's me at the end.
Yeah, so for me, there's like 3 that were right next to each other. Like 1 grade 9, 1 grade 8, 1 grade 7. Like right behind each other.
Oh wow!
And then me is like,
Boom, 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 boom. Give us a minute.
me is like, hold on, there's like push parts. Whew.
Wait.
8 years
a
later.
minute.
Yeah, so of course they always think I was spoiled. It's like, nah,
Yeah.
I had to grow up with neighbors. Y'all don't pay me.
And even as an adult, I still would say I wasn't spoiled. I wasn't raised like you, but I wasn't spoiled because
Yeah.
look how I turned out.
I mean, I was spoiled. I had nothing to be spoiled with, first of all, to get spoiled. And you
But not
definitely
spoiled with things, but spoiled in terms of you were given more rope than your siblings. Like you could get away with stuff that they couldn't get away with. That's spoiled. That's a different kind of spoiled.
Did I, though?
I'm asking. I'm just saying that it
I
didn't just
said,
have to be.
I don't think I
material.
did.
Okay.
I think that's what you
I
all
hope
three.
one of them would just bust through the door and confirm whether this is true or
Yeah,
not true.
of course they always say that. Because they don't listen. They believe that it's true. It's like, no, I didn't get away with it.
And we had confirmation yesterday that mothers, they do have a soft spot for the baby. It is what it is.
Yeah. Let me ask you that. It's the last one.
The last one. Sin confirms that Lauren is trying her, but she indeed got it from her. And I kind of prayed God gives me a daughter. Like, actually, no.
Like you?
I just feel
Oh,
like
boy.
I feel like I was okay.
Yeah.
I feel like so.
Yeah, if your mother's the problem, you don't want a daughter like you. Because I don't think you could handle.
But I feel like my mommy had a grace for me. So if he gives me a daughter like me, just give me my mommy's grace.
That's what
Give
he
me
asked
my
for.
mommy's grace.
He asked for both things. God has asked for. He did
Because in many ways, I was a child like one young lady that we know. I had all of this, but I loved Jesus. I was hardworking. I got on with my studies. And when push came to shove and shove came to fall down, I made you proud. So
both. A lot of attitude, yeah.
it's a little attitude. It wasn't much.
Attitude between me and you.
That's
Out the public,
Never. Never.
Inside.
I
Go back and
remember there was
forth, man.
one day my mum said that a friend was on a bus I was on when I was going home from school. And I was among the rowdy set. And apparently her friend eavesdropped on my conversation, and apparently I was telling them to stop cussing on the bus and stop carrying on with foolishness. And she went home to report me to my mum to say, your daughter was on the bus, exemplary behavior. I just literally just said, I hoped one of you would walk through the door and confirm that Delton was not spoiled growing up as the last child. Because this is what he says, that he was not spoiled. He was spoiled? How so? They never?
Friends them didn't allow them to beat me up. That makes me spoiled. They didn't allow that's a definite way to beat me up, so I thought he was spoiled. We couldn't punch him. We couldn't slap him. He was spoiled. What? Yeah, beat me. Because I was smart. Yeah, I was doing a heap of nonsense. I was three all together doing a heap of nonsense. No. I had no way to play with. Y'all didn't play with me. So what I can do?
Oh, guys, it's all coming out now.
You break my hand. You play me, break my hand. You gonna play me, break my hand. You play
Thanks for
me.
passing by, Rev.
I am in a sling. So, no.
So, yeah, anyway. So this friend went to tell my mummy how. And honestly, when my mummy told me this, I was like, I don't remember this happening at all. Like, at all. She was so proud of me. Oh, so proud of me. I was like, see?
Good
Come
job.
on now. I get a little lip, a little bit of lip, but in the bigger picture of things,
Made you proud.
Adisha said, yeah, she feels that becoming a mother and realizing how her mother felt. She was even younger than her, and she was like, dang, I maybe should have given her more grace. But you can't know that as a
Yeah,
teen.
you don't know
can't
that,
as
no.
a child. That's something that only comes with age, experience, maturity, wisdom. You can't know when you're younger, oh, my mom's a young mother, let me give her some grace. You can't know that. Can't know that at all. Julianne says, I've only met one master Jedi, Lura. What I mean?
Who like handle the parenting thing of all these children?
Have it down pat. Stephanie says, I agree. There isn't a parent's manual. You learn as you go. And my daughter's mouth is her problem. I wonder where she gets it from. She speaks her mind, not to be disrespectful, but to voice her opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely feeling what my mummy felt. I try not to twist her lips like my mummy felt, like my mummy did with me, though. That is such...
Oh,
That's such a...
I find that doesn't be spent.
And to me, that feels like such an African punishment. So hearing you guys say it was done to you, it just feels like the most
grab a
African
twist.
thing you could do. Take the lips and twist it.
That
Not ears.
and the ears.
They twist the ears, but the lips, I'm like the
Yes,
lip. Like lips are not to be grabbed. The ears poking out, it makes
Like, it
sense.
ain't
but
much
the
to
lip-
grab. Look, give me this. Give me this.
Oof. Julianne says, I think parents get older and tired. That's why the youngins get away. Yeah, true. Very true. Because I'm not even that old and I'm tired. So I get it. I get it 100%. Being the only child, everyone thinks I was spoiled. I don't think so.
Of course.
I was just privileged to be the only child. And therein lies the oxymoron.
Yeah.
Yeah, the babies always get more allowances. Absolutely. They're tired talking and everything else. The baby is always spoiled. My sister got away with everything. Stephanie says, my mummy had grace for Jessica because she begged not to get beaten. I took mine like a G. Like a boss. Rashad says, family. Rashad, moaning to you, Cassie. Also in addition. Cassie.
The 7
Anyway.
seas of the world.
Probably.
What continent you on, Cassie? Just passing through.
QTNA, just passing through. Well, it's good to have you with us. LOL, Steph. I is one ring this boy lip so bad, but I know he can't handle it. You know what it is about the ringing of the lips for some of these kids? It's not going to change anything.
I think
Now,
that's...
when you're emotionally heated and want to knock them out, you thinking about what's the long-term effect of this beating. You don't think about that. But most of these punishments, beating, twisting lips, twisting ears, they don't change nothing. The child is who the child is.
Yeah.
It's teaching them to curb these gifts and talents, because they are gifts and talents. She said they're sailing on home.
Like the
Come
more
on, babes.
I have
Come on,
grown in this parenting, the more I understood like why, like I understand like what the difference is between like me as a father versus my father fathering me. Whereas there was no thought of my father being cool or hangout worthy or he's my friend. At no point in my life did I ever think
Right.
Fonterole was my friend. I could go jump on him, play with him at any point in my life. But I'm growing up children. Hey, no man. I'm going to show them love. Unlike how my father's like, what is this fun thing you talking about? What is this? What is this? We want to have fun. I don't understand this. I don't understand this fun language. This fun word you keep on using. This F word you keep on using in my house. This little F word.
words.
Just keep on coming up my house.
Curse words.
What is this fun that you try to have?
Yeah.
That wasn't a thing in my house. It was no fun. So when I having fun with my kids, and I realize that's not why if I even say something like, not fair factor really there. It's like, hey, no, that's still daddy. Hey, daddy's still cool.
And still loves me.
Oh, there was no cool with funds.
And I'm going to make him mad, but he still loves me.
There was no cool with funds. There was no happy time with funds. It was like, you do this, or you would possibly die. like that's how we felt. So it's like, nah. So no, this parenting thing does not come in a manual.
Doesn't.
There is no one size fits all. Does not exist.
I don't know what it is, but I'm so much more sensitive to the plight of the parent now as a teacher. Whereas before I was kind of like, you're the parent, I'm the teacher. You do what you have to do. Let me do what I have to do. I just like, yeah, we'll work together, but I'm not going to do your job. But the more I think about it, like for me, it happens all the time. I'm interested to be in that position and see what's going through the mind. The parent always, that parent who's looking for help, doesn't know what to do next, feels like their methods are not working, will always just fall on the teachers. Like, what do you think I should do? I'm like, first of all, you're like 10 years older than me. Secondly, you've got 3 or 4 kids. I don't know what it is about me that makes you feel like I can help you, but it doesn't matter what kind of parent. The ones that are legal professionals, doctors, stay-at-home moms, they will always ask me for advice.
You know what note it is? Because we realize that as teachers, you get through to our child. Whereas we over here fighting, but they'll come home and tell me how Miss Wilson was so good today. Miss Wilson told me this. Miss Wilson said I should do this. Yesterday, my son could not go to school because he had a little stomach virus. Dallas couldn't go to school. But he had an odd project to turn in, and he begged me, like, Daddy, you ought to take this into school. Take this to Mr. Andrews. So I dropped David to class, walked over to the next side of the school building, went to the building. Teacher wasn't there. I waited. I had to go to get to the cafe to place order for lunch for David. I saw the guy walk in. I don't know why, but he just looked like, you know art. So I called him. I was like, looking for the art teacher. He was like, yeah, that's me. I was like, sir, my son told me I have to get this to you. He was like, I don't understand. Like, these children, they pressure. I tell them, I only want to write their name. I don't know why they act like this so important. I was like,
Dallas was doing his homework at Praise Team Practice.
Praise Team Practice.
So,
but in his mind, I have to lose my teacher. I told you, like, David's teacher was like, does David talk at home? He's such a nice boy. It's like,
he is a nice boy.
Does he talk at home? Like,
He doesn't talk at school, though. That doesn't add up to me.
David apparently is
it fair?
No, I don't love Miss Roxbury.
So why should you not talk, though?
Apparently, he just knows how to eat.
And the problem is, all the stuff he don't say to school, he come back home and say all. She need to take some. That's why we suffering right now. She need to take some.
No, that like David I don't mean like
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I understand that for primary school children. I get that.
for that age right there.
But this my age.
No, still though. Teacher still teacher, boy. You still teacher, still teacher.
Yeah.
Like there are students who I like growing in high school. Like they form bonds. They become their parents. Teachers become these students' parents.
I'm not that.
I can say it's
teacher.
not like y'all age is a little
Don't
different.
worry. I'm not trying to take your place. Your child can't hug me.
These teachers
We
are
don't,
different.
we don't do all of that.
Listen, we had a moment inside our. This is K4, where the K4 teacher came in the group, and she just put emojis.
The fact that y'all have a group is a problem for me.
They do an exam time. Oh no, and this group is different because I feel part of class groups before, but no, this one the teachers every morning. Good morning, everybody, and everybody answering, sending back emojis.
Are
and,
you
and
answering,
gifts.
Delton?
I've
Why are
spoke-
you that
I think I've
parent?
spoken in that group once.
Why are you
Juliana's talked to. And so she had a moment. She was like, y'all help me. She's like, these children. She's like, I asked them questions. Nobody knows.
Oh
She's
no!
like, nobody
Y'all made
knows.
Miss Roxby come in the chat and
She
beg?
come in the chat like, what are these
Y'all
children
caused Miss
doing?
Roxby come in the chat and beg?
And we was like, we don't know either. We like, you don't know, we don't know, man.
Oh, wow.
It's like the same problem that you have, we have.
Oh wow!
Like she came back on the last day of exam. She's like, guys, just want to let y'all know. Sign these children up for summer school. Just like K5, it's not like K4. She's like, sign these children up. And I was like, you just call David by name. That's all you have to do. You don't have to put it here, put us in the group, put the sign children up. Just call David name. I know David stressed you out today. Because I know that's the day David had exams. It's like, if anybody stressed you out, it would be David. Because you ask David a question that you know David knows the answer to. And he'll look at you and smile. Give the wrong answer. Just to play with you.
Just to toy with
just
your
toy with your emotions. When they ever so sinister smile on his face. What comes after 5? 12.
I don't understand.
It's like, why are you doing this tonight? Why are you doing this?
Because then I could have this conversation with you longer.
And this is
That's
fun.
what it
This is fun time for
This
me
is
now.
fun to me.
But go on.
Stephanie says, yeah, beating don't work for these kids. They're different. I take tablets. And I've been saying this and I've been preaching this from the mountaintops. And I mean what I say. These kids are different. This is not just about a different time. This
Yeah.
is about
No,
a
they're
different
different.
breed of human being that we are dealing with. More grace to you parents, every last one of you.
Oh, wait.
I plan to give birth to an old soul. I want that child to come out like
Sleep.
they've been here
Tired.
before.
They come out tired. Ooh.
I want that child to come like they've been here before.
Where is nap time?
Because I do not want that child to be like these children. Like this right here, what we dealing with right here. Right here is different.
It's different.
It's different.
Yeah, it's a different ratio. Yeah.
Julian said, because the children just listen to y'all.
Yes, exactly.
What y'all say is gospel. But the thing is, they challenge us, you know. We say stuff and they challenge us. Rashad says, Stephanie Mundulus, every child is different. My son can't stand it and it works. Oh, beating. I agree. Beating doesn't always work because sis got factory reset the other day. She got factory reset the other day and still turned away and did fool. Took that tablet and she almost had a nervous breakdown. That's the one right there. That's the one there.
It's not about,
That's the one there.
My kids don't even have tablets. Like they have one, but Dallas still don't even check for it.
But I think that the tablet punishment works when your child has developed
Yeah.
tablet dependency. It doesn't work if they don't use the tablet.
The worst
frequently
thing,
enough.
I think the worst thing probably could take away from him, actually, is probably big baseball. Like you can't go to baseball. That'll probably do more damage, or probably nighttime TV. Just nighttime. There's little daddy. They need some noise in the background.
I can't. You're like that as well?
What noise in the background? I don't mind noise in the background.
No, I need all the lights off.
I heard of your citizen problems.
Black, dark. Turn off the lights. Turn off the TV. Why is there sound? We are sleeping.
No,
The soul is resting. If Miss Roxby tell David the sky is pink now, that's it. I can't tell him otherwise.
What's up?
Stephanie says same thing with Xavier, Lord Jesus. The teacher says he does not throw tantrums at school, but at home he rolling on the floor and throwing things.
Yeah, in that classroom, buddy.
It's a different. A
transform.
whole new
Holy.
world. David is so brilliant. David says, "Hello, is this where you work? Is this your office?" My interview and I was too enthused to have a conversation with him. When you see
He didn't
David,
tell me he saw you yesterday. He didn't say he saw his toilet yesterday. So I heard the toy has a new
no,
place.
but David is a young man of 4 years old that you could sit and have a whole chin whack with.
Completely. Like whatever you want to talk about, whatever the topic.
Yeah, David ready to go. I had a moment where something happened and I said chicken and rice and I've missed David for a minute. I was like, I need to go pick up David and hang out. Literally, I was like, I want chicken and rice. And I was like, oh, I need to go and see David, see how David's doing. Catch up with my
right
boy.
now, you ain't doing good right now. You probably should come by now. Right now, you're having enough
No,
time.
but I can't catch no wounds. Right now, being in this room with you is already a risk. I'm taking a great risk. Spray me down. But you know when David get a little sick, I got to bring him something. So
You know, the blue guy. That's not too much.
blue
No,
guy,
you never
much.
did not
Blue
need too
guy.
much. It's one little small guy.
Rashad to Ron Cunningham, you are correct. Rashad says, oh yeah, I get that all the time from parents. They stay telling me that I am the focus point of conversations in their home.
Teacher.
I don't have that. I have you're my child's favorite teacher. But typically, the parents who will open their mouths to tell me you're my child's favorite teacher have the children who just stare at me.
Exactly.
Don't speak. Don't kiki.
I don't mean nothing. No,
Don't
but
go
they
back and
still-
forth.
They respect Miss Wilson.
But apparently, I's their favorite.
They love and
Alright
respect
then.
Miss Wilson. Miss Wilson's keep it real. She just give us the things that we need to do. She's round me out. But hey,
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I told my grade 9 Saturday, I was like, y'all smell bad. I said, y'all smell too funky.
it's like first part of the day or it's like after.
After lunch.
Come
And then
on,
the
man,
next, so I
we can
had
be a
them.
plan.
I had them. What day was it? I had them Tuesday after lunch, and then I had them Wednesday after break. So Wednesday after break, I was like, see, this is how you're supposed to smell. Just like this.
Just normal.
Just like this.
Not enough for me to play in the hot sun.
Richie Rich says, hello, my friends. Hello,
Yeah, we
sir.
get.
How are you? Adisha said, yeah, Vera, we already discussed it. You have a problem with all the lights off and no noise.
Yeah.
Call me crazy. The taking away of the tablet, turning off the TV, timeouts don't work for my 6-year-old. He would roll tissue and printed paper into little men and balls and play team soccer by himself.
Team soccer.
But that slipper or belt come out, instant factory reset. You need to know the child.
Yeah, I got
Vera,
it.
I'm like you, but on 1,000. I stay asking my kids, why do y'all like me? No, I understand why y'all like me. I do. I get it. I do get why my kids like me. I'm fun. I'm a hoot. I need to tell you the story about how those of you that watch Teacher Chronicles, you've already heard the story. So yesterday, I was speaking to a student about how much work he had done, and another student jumped in and was like, no, Miss Wilson, he's done a lot of work, man. I see he's written da-da-da-da-da. My instinctive response would be like, yeah, but who asked you, though? That's what I was going to say. So I went, yeah, but, and I stopped. And he's like, what were you going to say, Miss Wilson? I was like, you know what, don't worry about it. He's like, no, Miss Wilson, say it was Miss Wilson, say it. No, man, tell me. I was like, don't worry about it. I'm trying to be a better person. So the next boy, who he was defending, came and said, Miss Wilson, and he wants to be the class clown so bad, but he does not have a funny bone in his body.
I'll try humor.
Miss
Not even
Wilson, if you say what you was gonna say, I give you some cake. It's my
Really?
birthday. I say, y'all, it's his birthday for real? They're like, yeah, it's his birthday this weekend. I said, how old are you turning? 9? And everybody burst out laughing. And then one girl sat next to me, she's like, yeah,
He's trying to be better.
Sorry.
Like, failed.
my bad. Unfortunately. I'm trying. I'm doing my best.
Oh, you really
Give
know.
it my best. How we get it? From our news and reviews. So,
Yeah. Parenting classes.
Sin, you didn't hear anything back from your friend who did parenting classes because we're still trying to
Or you
figure
be
out.
like, now you want to ask questions like live now.
Not live, but I want to find out if anybody who's done parenting classes found them insightful. Like, kids, I don't mind doing a class if I'm going to learn something new.
Yeah.
I don't mind going to a staff meeting if you're going to tell me something that's important. Or going to a training if it's going to improve my practice.
Things that could not be
Don't
an
waste
email.
my time.
That could have been an email. A
You
short
know
text
what I
me-
mean?
a short
Don't waste
text
my
message.
time. You could have sent me a leaflet. You could send me a pamphlet. Don't waste my time. So, yeah, I'm intrigued to hear if parenting classes are people who have taken them thought that they were helpful. Because you
Yeah.
want that. You want people to come reluctantly but feel like they're
At least-
leaving
at
with
least I
some,
learned something.
I learned something.
And I mean, I'm sure they're going to tell you to not resort to violence and physical abuse, to have conversations with your child and all these typical stuff that they normally tell you. I would assume that's what it's going to be, especially in this instance here, that you should never resort to violence. And in case you're just joining us, we're speaking of a child, not a child, but a parent that was sentenced to parenting class for slapping his 8-year-old daughter, who was being rude. Was being rude, rolling eyes, and didn't want to pick up her toys after being asked to repeatedly. So I think that for the most part, they probably can give you little tips and tricks on discipline. Probably like we talk about the taking away things, canceling fun events as results of punishments rather than completely going to physical. Try to do things, mental, emotional. Like, keep in mind, like, I grew up with a mother that was emotional, like emotional punishment,
Psychological.
mental, psychological punishment. It's like, bro,
My mummy.
it's like,
Again, I just don't think I was that bad. I just don't remember much punishment. I remember like her part in my head with the comb from here really painfully one time. Like
she wanted to get a center.
but she did it on purpose, like hard. I remember like my mum was like a boy, like it was like she's like a
Pent up things.
she would just hold it, and then when she would do it, would be like, it wouldn't be no long drawn out. Come here, get the belt. It would be like a pop or a boop or a shut up. Like it would just be like sometimes.
Just a part of the head.
Sometimes it's just
You
like
can't part my hair aggressively.
that was the day she found like a bracelet that she had that I'd broken and hidden behind the TV, and one day she found it, and it was months after I broke it.
Look at it behind the TV.
I don't know. And I lived in a house and it's just me and my mummy. I can't blame nobody for nothing.
Come on,
It's
that's a
just
rookie
me.
mistake. You wouldn't be.
If it's missing, it was me. If it's
You wouldn't throw it
broken,
away.
it was me.
You put on the garbage on the outside.
And mummy let me learn a lot of hard lessons by myself, though.
That's what y'all do, so I guess. So.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, you want to do that? Go ahead. Cut yourself." Mm-hmm.
What's up, part of the head?
I remember there was a time she told me don't go outside and play. When she went outside and I fell on the wall, like a brick wall. I fell like that on it. Scrape all the inside up of my leg. Scrape up the inside of my leg so
I
bad.
had to tell her. Yeah.
I didn't tell her.
You tell her? Tell her the pain.
I had to. I had to be the night nurse. I'm going to tell her I went outside.
I got injured.
Nah. And the funny thing is, she probably knew.
Oh, yeah. The
She
fact that
was
she
like-
caught you the time, cut through the shortcut. She
Yeah,
knows your
yeah,
time.
cutting through a shortcut.
She knows your time.
Not yet, but I remember a father who was on the news saying it was insightful. He didn't want to do it at first, but he was glad he did. And that's what I'm hoping.
Okay.
Rude Julianne said she was being stinking rude.
Stinking rude.
Stinking. My mummy beat me with a hanger because I was showing off in front of my friends and sucked my teeth. Roll eye. I would never.
Yeah, I try if we go through the horror stories of punishment, there's definitely a lot of them. Things people went through. But yeah, so that was news and reviews, wasn't it? That was all news.
That was
and
news and reviews.
Just looking at what happened in that case. I think also, guys, there's measles cases on the rise. Just FYI.
Measles?
I remember that in years.
I don't think I've ever had measles.
Remember, you get your shot, your immunization.
Mm.
Is that the thing in the UK? Immunization? That's necessary
You
for
get your immunization
for school?
But no, I don't know about that. I don't know if you have to get it to go to school and stuff. Like when I was going to college, it wasn't checked that I have them. So I know like people who leave and go to schools in other countries have to have proven that they've taken certain immunizations. I don't think we had to do that.
Okay.
I don't think if you go to school in the UK, you have to do that.
Okay. But they say in the United States of America is surge past 1,000, marking the second highest total in
What?
25
Measles?
years.
Ooh!
So measles I don't know what measles are. Like these things that you always hear about, don't know what they are, don't know how they look. Measles and mumps, don't know what they look like, what exactly happens to the body, but there's the things that I've always
Mumps
heard
is
about.
the thing here.
I have no idea.
Mumps is you get 2 bumps there. I know for sure. Measles looks like chicken pox, but like red. They're like they look different. It's some kind of thing on the rash on the body, and then the pox are the pox.
Yeah, and the box. There's also a case with a 52-year-old teacher who assaulted apparently 2 students, and decently assaulting 2 students happened. That's also in the court news as well.
In Nassau, Bahamas.
Is in Exuma.
A how old teacher?
He's 52 years old, and decently assaulting 2 students. He inappropriately touched a 12-year-old girl and a 15-year-old girl while at school in Exuma.
Oh no.
He was not
And the
required to
thing
enter a
is,
plea.
touch her on the shoulder, you're wrong. I just think in this day and age, male older teachers
You can't touch
shouldn't be touching female students and male students in this day and age. In the same way, female teachers shouldn't be touching kids. Period. I don't like physical contact with my students. I never have.
I think that's on general view though.
Yeah.
You just don't like
But-
physical contact with anybody.
Don't say that.
Like anybody too close to you is like, what's happening here? It's like, why are you touching me? I wanted to ask about this. I was going to ask about that. But anyway. I wanted to talk about anyway. So yeah, but they said the incident happened. One took place January 20th, 2025. The other took place May and June of 2023. And I think that's one of the problems that I think often come up as relates to hearing about students and teachers. There seems to be a lot of rope given to teachers with these like indecent cases.
Really?
Yeah. Because when you hear like dates and then you see like stuff, it'd be like, so this happened before? Yeah, this happened at another school and they moved him or her to another
okay,
school.
yeah. I see what you.
And
I
then
feel
they
like with
students at
some
another school,
teachers,
let's move to another school.
I feel like the people
what's
who get
happening
too
here?
much rope get too much rope, and then there's people that just have no rope at all.
Yeah.
I think there seems that there's some teachers who are connected in ways that mean that they could get away with that kind of stuff, and then there's schools that aren't doing their checks. Why can somebody do that? Okay, that school was lenient, but surely you had to get references and things like that. But I mean, I've seen skullduggeries among schools where a school will exclude a student or advise the student to leave their school and will give another school a reference about that child and not mention anything about
what
that child's
happened.
bad behavior. So that kind of stuff,
Happened on both sides.
I can't even.
Jody said what happened. Said she left DGMT. She rejoined DGMT, and now she knows sin getting beat with a hanger. Like, what did I miss?
Oh, it's Julian, the regular melting pot of madness.
So I
that
said,
we have.
was this the one where he had the same name as another man born the same year, and they were sending around the wrong man's photos? I never that, but it could be because I ain't gonna lie. When I saw the name too, I realized that I do so much of that name, so I don't know who it was. But apparently it's David King. They said it was. Oh boy! Oh man! Sorry, trying to answer that. So yeah, that's what's happening in court news that I can see of that happened recently. Yeah, but I think that's it for. Oh, there's something else to talk about. Hold on, let me get this too. Mother alleges bullying and unfair expulsion at Grand Bahama School.
Oh, I
Did you
saw
hear
that.
that?
But the story's so unbelievable to me. I'm sorry. It's unbelievable to me. It don't make sense. It doesn't make sense that consistently a child complains about bullying and nobody does anything about it because they say that the child, the school, the principal and teachers are claiming that the child bullying didn't exist before the child came. So
Right.
assuming that the child is like, I just can't imagine that to be true.
I don't know. That's the first time I heard about this. So I never heard this before. But that's when she advised. She said that Grand Bahama mother is speaking out, claiming her 9-year-old daughter was bullied, neglected, and ultimately expelled from a local primary school on the island under troubling circumstances. Now she's demanding answers. Fourth grade student at a local school in Grand Bahama has been facing emotional distress since enrolling in September 2024. She claims within weeks, Milan complained of being bullied, sometimes hiding in the bathroom for safety. But Johnson alleged her daughter's teacher dismissed the complaints, saying Milan was making it up.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound
No,
right.
so.
The math is not mathing for me.
And she
The
said,
teacher told the child that they were making it up.
and she said when she went to see the principal, her response to me was, well, we don't have bullying in our school. And these things only started happening since your daughter came to the school.
So the principal want to tell them something about her child, but don't want to say it straight then.
Johnson alleged that situation escalated earlier this month when she claims her daughter was placed outside as punishment for 2 consecutive days alongside other students. Shortly after, Milan reportedly began experiencing chest pains.
See, the math ain't mathing.
This is when I rushed her
It's
to the
not
hospital.
happening.
We got to the hospital. They did blood work. They did an ECG exam. She did an X-ray. And they placed her on oxygen.
So these things happen because she was sent outside of
She was
class.
experienced a respiratory spasm. And then as a result, when I was placed on the Ventolin, which is asthma medicine. Okay, that's all this.
I don't know. The math
Yeah,
is
so I don't
mathing.
know what's happened.
Because I stand 10 toes down and I say, an educator does not wake up in the morning to say, I'm about to be wicked to these children.
Yeah.
That's wickedness. If
Um,
a child says, I'm being bullied, and you tell the child you're making it up, that's wickedness. Because I know the children who make stuff up, but I would never ever say to them, you're making it up.
About bullying, yeah.
No, just in life. I wouldn't tell
really?
the child, you lying or you making it up. Like, even if I know you making it up, I just think we don't tell children that. And I'm dealing with teenagers. This is a little girl, 12, eh? How old is the girl? 12.
Yeah, this is 12. Yeah, no, 9-year-old daughter.
Julian was saying, like, because I think he was 52 as well. That was so sad. He was crying because his name was being dragged and he didn't do anything. They sent a photo with him and his 2 underage daughter.
Oh, wow.
See, this is anyway.
Gotta check your facts.
The bully must be their families or something peculiar is happening at home. The math isn't mathing.
Yeah, that story there. The teacher initiated the punishment for Milan was actually. So the mother says the teacher that initiated the punishment, it was actually her 6th grade teacher. So she is no stranger to the school, to the teacher itself. And as a parent, I've been from Milan, brought the first issue. I just kept trying to figure out, like, I wonder if I did something to offend the teacher when I was at the school. She alleged that the school board's chairman expelled Milan following a family member's confrontation on campus and for what the school says are false allegations Milan made about a teacher. Oh, this is still a lot going on.
I sound like a mix-up.
And I believe that the most dangerous place, I believe that the most dangerous place, a bigger place, or children is not to have them see, or understand, or feel that they have the support of. Okay, that was a brain twister. Yeah, so I don't know what's happening in that case, but that's definitely made news this week as well. All right, I think that's it for made news. I don't think there's anything else happening that took the top of the story this week. Anything else? You say you don't know. You say you had no idea what happened this week. That's what you say. You had no idea what happened this week, did you?
I didn't.
Yeah, I think that's it though.
Jeez Louise. Anyway, do we have a main topic? We did have a main topic.
Right.
Happy Mental Awareness Month, Saints. We wanted to say that. We wanted to leave that with all of you, hoping that your minds and your hearts are doing well. And if they're not, that you're taking the necessary steps.
There is some work being done, apparently on behalf of unions, where they are pushing for, I think, 5 days to be added as mental health days
for everybody.
Yeah, for the workforce.
Now, personally, I think that falls in my sick days. I take my mental health days as part of my sick days because you didn't tell me sickness has to be physical.
Yeah.
My mind is sick and tired.
Sick and tired of y'all.
Sick and tired of these kids.
Tired of y'all.
And I promise you, I've never taken a day off because of children. Never once. If ever I do it,
it's because the adults.
It's the adults. Never the kids.
Yikes.
Never the kids.
But yeah, so I see there's some progress being made and some papers being presented, trying to push for these 5. I think it's 5. Of course, there's some kickbacks coming in from the employers about these days and how would you justify them and what they can be used for. So it can't just be stressed because everybody's stressed. So how would you take that day off? How would you organize that day? I don't think they know, but I think there's going to be some discussion. So I encourage all of you to stay tuned, listen and see when they have these discussions to find out how you can get your extra 5 days off from mental health days. Well, I talked about this before though. I think we are slowly developing a culture that everything now is like a mental issue. And I don't know how to draw the line. I think it's a very shady area that we're heading towards.
There's this woman, if I can find a post that everybody started following suddenly. She's like the new trendy one because she's kind of anti-trendy mental health. She's like calling out some of the stuff that people have made trendy, like calling everything trauma.
Yeah.
And she kind of attacked how social media culture has morphed the ways in which we treat mental health, in that we find excuses as opposed to look for solutions and methods to help us think more healthily.
Right.
We just have put labels on things as a form of saying, well, this is the reason why such and such is the way it is, as opposed to mental health is about keeping your mind healthy, as opposed to finding labels for things you want to, behaviors you want to excuse, or things you don't understand or don't want to work through. You just put a sticker on it. Well, this is trauma from my this or that. So she's trending, ironically, because she's calling out a lot of that stuff. I agree that I think we've gone too far the other way. Like everything is I think everything needs a name or a diagnosis.
Right.
Everything needs to be called stress or anxiety or depression or something. It's got to have a name. And even as a regular, generally mentally healthy woman of God, I find, I'll give a very specific example. Over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I felt very low, like incredibly low, uncharacteristically low, because I've just been dealing with a lot of things. And I found that when I was speaking about it, I'd have to stop myself from using the word depressed.
Right.
Like it would come to say, and I'd have to not say it because I'm not making that kind of confession over myself. 1, 2, and I'm not depressed. I'm having a bad week. I've got a lot on my plate.
Right.
I have questions that I need to find answers to, problems I need solutions for. I'm not depressed. I've just got a lot going on.
Right.
But the language that was coming to my mind to use is the language that's been spewed at me. And so it made me very aware of the fact that we're consuming from mental health awareness a particular language that, if we're not careful, becomes a declaration, becomes a curse on our own selves. If we're not careful, that when we feel sad, we're suddenly depressed. That when we are on edge or worried, we're suddenly anxious or have anxiety. Right? And so I think believers have to be careful not to over-label things. But then the other side is we can't spiritualize certain things away. You know what I mean? We can't spiritualize, because faith says is the evidence of the things that you don't see. Right now I don't see happiness, or right now I don't see peace. Right now I don't see solutions. But I refuse to acknowledge that I have problems.
Right.
I refuse to acknowledge that I am restless. I refuse to acknowledge that. So it's finding a balance, and I don't even know. I don't feel like I have the answer per se. But I do know what I have learned in recent times is the place between you and Jesus should be the honest place. You shouldn't have to fake. You shouldn't have to find names. You shouldn't have to put band-aids or use faith talk to explain away or deny what is true. I think the first step to mental health for people of God is being honest with God about how you feel. That for me is the lesson that I've learned recently. I don't necessarily know the balance between, your positive declaration and being honest about how you feel. I'm not there yet. But I do know when I go to God, I'm not putting on any airs or graces. When I go to God, I'm going to give you
this is what's happening.
What it is. I'm going to say, Jesus, right now, we on edge.
Yeah.
And if I was to find a word, I might use this. Right? And
if I were to choose for a topic.
If I were to choose
for a topic, it would be this right there.
Yeah.
I
had and it was a moment, and I mean, I didn't even intend to share this I say pick the topic. We never really picked the topic to do. I had a moment with God this week, Monday. I was driving to work and I said, that is it. Whatever this is, because saints, I can count on one hand in my life where the circumstances, the vicissitudes of this life robbed me of sleep. When sleep is disturbed for me, I have reached the end of myself.
That's a problem. Yeah.
That for me is when I know, oh no, this one is not good. I woke up. I woke up one day. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. I woke up at 2 a.m. I believe it was Tuesday because I fell asleep working. So I fell asleep with my laptop and everything on my desk. So when I woke up at 2, I was like, oh, let me put on my pajamas. Let me turn off the lights because everything was still on. TV was still on. And when I sat back in the bed, I didn't go back to sleep. I stayed awake and I went to work. And that's when I said, it ends today. Whatever this is enough. And I went to God and I said, God, I feel X, Y, Z. I'm dealing with A, B, C, and I can't handle it anymore. Today, I'm taking my hands off it. I'm taking my hands off it. I had a moment in the car on my way to work. I feel like that's my best Holy Ghost time. And the Holy Spirit said to me, but not once did you tell me what you need. You did not. What do you need? Literally, his voice said, what do you need? You have not told me what you need. And Delton, can I tell you? And these weren't necessarily concrete things. They weren't like, I need money or I need a car.
Yeah.
I needed to have certain conversations because I needed certain clarity. I needed certain advice because I didn't know what the next steps were and I didn't know who to speak to get it. By the end of the day, the major things I had needed, he had given me.
All answered.
Answered. And I didn't pursue them. I just said, I'm done.
You never said what it was.
Took my hands off it. I said, I'm finished.
And Holy Spirit's like,
And
you
by
never-
the end of the
You
day,
never said what?
you tell me what you need. You calling it anxiety. What is it you need? What is it you need?
What you anxious for?
You need to feel reassured about your position with somebody. You need to feel affirmed in your working space, because we seem to feel like affirmation is a bad thing, and it's not. It's a human need. Jesus, when he was about to start ministry, got affirmation from heaven, in that moment. So I think it's knowing when we have all these feelings that, you know, the mental health gurus would put names on, take those to God and let him know what we need, as opposed to giving him a bunch of labels. Like, I need my mommy to call me. I need my mommy to call me.
Without
today.
me having to call her.
Yeah, that's what I think I need, Jesus.
Yeah.
So you help me with that. So definitely a huge learning curve
No, I
when
think
it comes to, and it was scary for me. It was scary to feel like I'm not myself. And I know, and I was very empathetic, because I was like, there are people that live here all the time.
Yeah.
You know, we've called it all the, like, oh, so this is what people call anxiety, or this is what people call depression, or this is what people call stress. I don't live here. I'm visiting, and the language I hear around me
through, like,
is suggesting that this might be what y'all is be dealing with all the time. And I really did have a moment where I was like, mother freeze, I feel for people who kind of exist in these spaces and every day have to battle
don't
it.
have an exit.
And don't have an exit.
Yeah.
Don't have an exit.
So they ain't going through. Like, I feel like I'm here. This is literally where I am. I'm at this place right now in my life. No, that's good though. But we go through a lot of things. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear.
When I shared that story with my friend, that's literally what she said. That's the word she repeated to me.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, what peace.
I found myself that just recently too, like just realizing that like there are things that I wanted, but I never said. And they're saying that's that thought in God. Like I've never told them. Like it's just like these things ain't happening. These things ain't happening. This ain't happening. But you never really say. You never say what part of
You've
it.
not made your request known.
You don't make no request. No.
You haven't made the request
You haven't
known.
said anything. Like you thought these things.
But then it's also, yesterday we had a beautiful moment with Mother Deanna, who was talking about, so for her whole life, she viewed God a particular way. And because she viewed him a particular way, it affected how she approached him.
Right.
She saw him as a headmaster who was writing down all your crimes. So you don't go to the headmaster with your
No.
needs.
Not of the one that.
And I think the frame through which we view God impacts how we address or allow him to help us address the issues of our lives. Some of us have a transactional relationship with
Right.
our fathers. And so when we approach God, the Father, it's purely transactional, like purely provisional.
Yeah.
And I think for a long time, I was that way too. Because my relationship with my father is very like, Daddy, I need a school uniform. I need a laptop.
Fancy.
I need this. I need that for school. Boom, boom, boom. Right? And so that because through the natural lens, that's why I understand a father to be.
right.
That's how.
Provide the things we may need it. When I need it, hey. I
Or
need
even
to-
if it didn't make my relationship with God, it made me feel like if it wasn't transactional, it wasn't worthy of his attention. And then I would feel guilty of being transactional. So I just wouldn't talk to him about anything. I'd just be like, I praise you, you're wonderful. Thank you. And then pray for everyone else, which is so easy.
Of course.
So much easier. So much easier. So, yeah, that's our little mental awareness caveat.
Yeah, that's it right now. Happy mental
Yeah.
awareness. What is it, a week or month? What is it, a
Month.
week?
It's the whole entire month.
Of May
May. Ironically, it's the same month where they celebrate the teachers.
and the mothers.
And
The teachers and mothers. It's like, listen, guys, happy mental.
Kawinky Dink? I think not.
So I think so. The mothers and the teachers. Yeah. Definitely, I'll take away. That's definitely our takeaway for today. Say it. You can see what the problem is. Risha said, agreed, Vera, we are inviting spirits by making extremes out of what are most times simple emotions that have not
Absolutely.
been
Submitted to God. That's
what
it right
is.
there.
Submitted to God.
And you know what? Submitted in your context, Rishan. I don't know how you meant it, but this is how I see it. Because submit, we always feel like, is this. Come underneath. Submit in this scenario is to literally like you hand in homework.
Here. Submit that in. Submit the paper.
Turn it in.
Yeah.
Scan it for plagiarism.
Is it AI? Is AI in this?
Sent. Deadline 11:55. Sent with 4 minutes to spare. False. Jodie said, that's so good. Stephanie said, right. I never thought of it that way. You know what I need. Why do I have to ask?
Yeah.
Because
That's how you feel. Like,
because our relationship with God is always by invitation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the whole point of our prayer and intercession is to give him permission to work in the realm he has given us dominion in. He gave us dominion of the earth, and then we relinquished it to the devil. And so now when we need things to happen, we need to invite him to do them
Right.
in the earth. That's why we intercede. That's why we pray. And the same exists for us. Yes, I know what you need, but I need you to invite me to. And then, you know, you could go there and think about our relationships and the communication we have in our relationships, boyfriends, girlfriends, friendships. We kind of just expect people to know what we want and allow ourselves to get frustrated and offended when they don't do what is in our heads. But you haven't communicated.
yeah.
So why do we see our Heavenly Father as any different? Because we want him to invade our thoughts, take them out and get them done. Do we want him to invade our sinful thoughts and deal with them as well? So we've got to... one lesson I learned a long time ago from one of the young boys in our youth group. He said he doesn't say the Holy Spirit. He says Holy Spirit, because he doesn't want to think of it of the Holy Spirit as, see, I said the Holy Spirit. He doesn't want to think of Holy Spirit as a being or a ghost. He wants to think of it as a friend. Like I would call you Delton, I'm going to call him Holy Spirit.
What's his name?
Like, okay, as a name.
Yeah.
That's your name. You are Holy Spirit, not the Holy Spirit. Like the same way we don't say the God or the Jesus.
Yeah.
We say God,
God,
Jesus,
Jesus.
Holy Spirit.
The
And
Holy-
so
the
for
Holy
me, like, it's all a renewing of the mind.
Yeah.
It's a renewing of the mind, and you walk with God and you study the word and you learn more about his nature. Learning more about his nature is key too. Because it's something you can't get through osmosis, watching other people relate to God. Because we do. I think we have that a lot in the church. We watch how other people relate to God and we mimic it, and don't necessarily know where it comes from or where it flows from.
Yeah. Don't know their relationship with God.
Yeah.
Don't know how they got there. But you want to take that. Don't take that.
Yeah.
Don't take that. You don't know what they have been through to get with
And I'm
God.
pretty sure I saved a video somewhere about how Christianity in a lot of ways has just become like a bad photocopy of practice,
Yeah.
as
Well,
opposed to
no principles. Don't know how.
yeah, no heart, no, people just copy and practice
Yeah.
as opposed to really trying to get to know him. So anyway,
Absolutely. Submit
when you do
yourself
get
to
to
God.
know him, he's
resist the devil. And what he would do? He gonna flee. Beat him up. Blood him up. Blood him up. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's our show for today, guys.
that's it.
That's it. That's all. Submit.
Submit.
And
Give
not
it to
like
him.
not just literally
Hand it in.
like that. That's what it.
Take that assignment
it
and
in.
turn it in. Turn that in.
Turn those problems in.
And what the Bible say? Once you make your request known, and you give a bit, you offer, you give the thanksgiving, because the whole. I don't like to think of it as a formula, but the whole instruction or
Yeah.
that sound scriptural advice is. Let me find it. I won't give you the whole thing.
With Thanksgiving, make your request.
The whole thing.
You got
That's
it?
gonna be our sign up for today.
You got it?
You have it?
Oh, I may know what it is.
Go on then. I wanted to read it word for word. You have it?
No, Philippians 4:6.
Mm-hmm.
Be anxious for nothing. Like that mean that right there. That right there is enough right there. Push pause right there. Be anxious for nothing.
I didn't even know there was such a thing as KJ21 version.
What 2021?
King James 21.
Oh, it's no King
21st
James.
century maybe.
Could be
This
King
one
James.
say, fret not about anything.
King James says, be careful for nothing. But everything.
I like a good be
KJV.
careful.
Be
full of care.
for nothing. But in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving. Let your request be known unto God.
And the
I already had 6, sorry. Now he's going long. I feel like
gotta get 7.
I think we had changed that.
And the
Like next race. I didn't know it would be next race.
you only put that you want 4-6 on this thing.
Yeah, like you did. Yeah,
And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard, protect, keep your hearts and minds through Jesus Christ.
And NLT says that
Selah.
then you will experience God's peace. Which exceeds
And listen,
anything.
I literally, once I told God that's what I needed, I was just like, I finished with that.
Let it go.
And I was cool. Literally, the weight lifted. Gone. But did I have all the answers in the moment? No. Still waiting for some. Couple of them. Couple big ones. I told him, God, we need it. But I said, if you don't do it, it ain't going to be
If
done.
God
And that's
don't
going to
do
have to
it.
be it, because I'm not picking it up no more.
God don't do it.
I'm not picking it up no more. Jody Ann said, David told us that the Lord comes to our rescue each time we call on him, and he ain't tell a
No, he didn't lie.
word of a lie.
He didn't lie.
One thing about David, he ain't tell a word of the lie. You all started watching Chosen yet? No way. Because season 4 is...
I forgot to say that.
Season 4 is...
I forget to start that. We didn't start that at all. I didn't start any show at all.
Season 4 is...
I made a lot of promises last week. This week happened, and
Marisha, did you start watching it?
work said no.
Work said no.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
It'll
let you
be
go.
like that.
I'm not gonna let you go.
Oh,
And the sad part is,
guys.
work ain't finished yet.
All I'm saying to you guys is talk to me nice now. Because when I get this master's,
How far are we are now?
people can't talk to me any old way.
How far are we now?
We are on week 7 out of 8.
Come on.
On module 12 out of 13.
Come on. We almost there. I can see the breaking of day.
God is making
God's making
I
a way.
want you to know. I'm not going to be a nice person when I'm done with this. Don't talk to me.
Oh, Jody Ann said this week was ghetto. But we made it by the grace of
At one
God.
point, I was like, is it a full moon or something? What's happening? What's going on?
Oh,
Something's
come on,
off.
Rashad says that.
I'm off.
Rashad, when you have time to do these things? Rashad say I just had to defend my paper in July, and I am capital done.
Wow.
Rashad, you have time to do. I do these things. You're doing gymnastics, you're doing the things, you're doing the singing, you're defending papers. Bless the Lord, sir.
First
More
of all,
grace. Days your day.
So I just pick up my phone. Back to what we talked about at the start of the show. I just picked up my phone. I see one of my old students. First of all, she's become a teacher, which I'm confused about. Why are you doing this to yourself, sweet pea?
Why you want to join us?
She wants to be an English learner teacher.
Because of who?
But then I was perplexed because I saw that her name is not the name I taught her.
Oh.
And when I checked, it says
She's
Mrs. Mother.
It's married and teacher.
And looks just like one. Very much giving.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely I teach.
Wow.
Oh yeah, no, you old man.
Wow, wow, wow.
Welcome to the other side.
Powerful. Marisha says she started here in Cat Island late one night. I cried for Mary Magdalene and Naya laughed at my tears. No, Marisha, you will continue to cry. Like you're going to keep crying. It's just going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening, and that's the beauty of it. It's
I had to make
wonderful.
sure I had a good place first before I watched that.
Huh?
So I had to make sure I had a good happy place
I know
before
if you
watched
would
it.
cry.
I wouldn't cry. I'm
No.
an emotional person. I cry.
I cry.
I cry.
I don't think you'll cry.
Okay.
I don't think you'll cry.
All right.
I don't think you'll cry. But
Hey.
hey, if you do, let me know.
I
I'll
won't.
be intrigued.
Definitely won't. If I do. nobody will
Season
know.
4, though. Season 4 is Jesus is at the point where he knows that death is right there. Like, his time is up. And his frustration is that the disciples still ain't seeming to get it into their thick skulls. I'm not going to be here forever. I'm not going to be here long. And he just raised Lazarus from the dead. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Risha says she's never seen Delton cry ever. I don't think I want to see that.
Why are you saying that? No.
I don't know.
Why?
Just-
Wow. Like, I don't ever want to see you cry. Why you never?
I didn't say it like that. I said I don't think I ever. I just said never.
I don't think
I didn't put
ever
no
wanna see-
emphasis.
I don't think I ever want to see you cry. Yeah. It's a quick cry. I'm done. Anyway, guys, it's being real.
It's been fun.
It's been real fun. We gotta run. We gotta go. But be sure, like I said at the beginning of the show, if you're just joining us, be sure to register. Sign up for MBLN happening this Friday, next week Friday, sorry, the 30th of May, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Breakfast and lunch included. It's an amazing conference for entrepreneurs, business owners. I put it in the group. You say I put it in the group for business owners, for all and sundry that are kingdom-minded and business owners. Be sure to join us Friday, May 30th at Sandals Royal Bahamian. If you are watching on Facebook, the QR code is there for you to click and scan the QR code. If you're listening on us via radio, be sure to go to our Facebook page or go to our Facebook and Instagram, and you'll see the link there as well. It's just $150 That is a small investment. We have speakers coming in from the Joseph School of Business. We're proud to be partnering with for this conference, a kingdom-minded business school headed by Pastor Bill Winston out of Chicago, Illinois. We have Pastor Aquino Munker from Revolution Church. We have Mr. Werner Gruner that's coming. Minister Patrice, HR expert, our very own Bishop Denzel is going to be presenting. We also have Kenyatta Taylor, friend of the show. He's going to be there as well. We have Jaquay Adderley, friend of the station, one a.k.a. Dasquay. He's going to be there. Cheryl Lippin. It's going to be a whole list of people. A whole. You going to make it? You ain't going to make it.
I have individual oral assessment appointments all day.
Forget them kids.
I'm trying to find a way, but
Forget them kids.
I was trying to find a way, but
Like you want to make your way to Sandals. To be there for this, you have no kids. Look at that for any kids. Don't put all assessment. Time for that. MBLN, what we doing? MBLN, My Best Life Now, is Kingdom Entrepreneurship Conference happening Friday, May 30th, 2025, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. There's breakfast included. There's lunch included. There are also going to be free headshots. If you don't have a headshot for your business, a headshot for your company, for your flyer promotions.
my headshot made me think I must be ugly in real life.
Wow. Wow. I think you might want to talk to ChatGPT about that. Submit that to God.
All right.
I think you need to submit that to God.
Okay. I'll do it.
That's what I think he might need to do. Just, I don't understand what's happening here. Well, yeah, MBLN happening this Friday, the 30th of May, 2025. You ought to be in there. You ought to be in there. You don't want to hear about it. You want to be about it. That's what. All right, so join us there. And, of course, if you don't have a church home to go to, we always invite you to join us at Life Worship Center at 9:30 a.m. in the Wong's Plaza. Not the Wong's Plaza. CH3's Auditorium. That's where we are. The CH3's Auditorium, 9:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. We will be there having an amazing, awesome time in the presence of the Lord. We get started, like I said, at 9:30 a.m. All right, so y'all be safe. Have a great weekend. Have an amazing time at church tomorrow. Make sure you find yourself with like-minded believers praising and loving on Jesus tomorrow. I've been Delton.
I've been Vera.
You'll be Vera. You being distracted is what you
In
do.
this moment, yeah, babe.
There's some hot tea.
Yo, the
Some
tea.
hot tea.
The hot tea that just got hot at 3:15
There's
today.
some hot tea.
Next
that's
week,
just
next week, because it is time to go.
Yeah, no, we get.
Because you know when the tea's boiling, we got to get our receipts.
Yeah,
Make sure
get some receipts.
we know if it's green tea, chamomile tea,
Yeah.
black tea. We can't just bring you willy
This look
nilly.
like bush medicine right here. This right here. This is bush.
What
This
is
is bush tea right here. this look like bush tea. I don't understand. Sour.
That's inside. I've got to make some calls.
Anyway, y'all be safe, guys. Y'all have a great time leaving your
Tea
show.
will be great.
The show, the song that we started with, which is E-Man, featuring Siobhan Green, and the one and only Davey and Chase. Song is called "Take It Away." Take it away, guys. We gone, guys.
I'm in love with you. Yeah. Even when I'm taking L's, I see the W's. Yeah, you got me, and I ain't going nowhere. No, I'm addicted to this crazy, baby. I see you moving, I feel your spirit all around me. Just keep doing what you're doing. I feel like dancing. Turn up the music. I'm so protected, and so much stuff she was proving. Watch me go, feeling like it's favorite. Man, I be a pro, but neither was David. When I'm feeling low, and I cannot take it, he said, let me take it.
I feel love and I feel surrounded. So much love that I feel surrounded. When I'm low and feel like I'm drowning, I rely on your love. So please don't take it away.
Take it away.
No, don't take it away.
Take it away.
No, don't take it away.
If love is like an ocean, I'm drowning. There is no compromise, cause I'm all in. Never felt a love like this before. But I'm falling.